a little under 4,900 XP and I hit level. So I'll take that ASAP.
So, Galaxy said he'll probably be late. Ian's not going to be able to make it because of an issue. He was going to be running late, but apparently the speaker at their event
The screen is okay.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, no bueno. So, like I said, it's going to be us. Like I said, against the world. It's going to be us.
Wonderful.
Oh, is Monkey busy with school?
Say again?
Is Monkey busy with school?
He hasn't said anything, so I don't
No,
know. He usually like shows up
that's
right
pissed.
when he needs to. Right when he needs to show up, he shows up. So
I may actually pass out. I was out fishing all day long.
hey man, can't lose another one. All right, can't lose another
I'm
one.
just saying, if I don't reply, I might be sleeping.
Leave your mic on so we can tell if you're sleeping.
Roger that.
But we are. Oh, just
You didn't get sunburned, did you?
tell you what, something is up with Stream Deck, and it's really bugging the
You
crap
didn't
out of me.
get sunburned, did you? No sunburn, right?
Oh yeah, a little bit of sunburn, not too bad, but
Definitely put some aloe on that then.
I caught like 15 pounds of catfish.
Oh, nice. Send me some.
Right?
Yeah. Plus, I had to fight them off the alligators. They kept every time I'd catch one, they would charge my line.
I wonder why. Have you ever watched that those gator shows in Louisiana where they're always hunting all
Oh,
the gators and
yeah.
trapping them and whatnot?
Yep. I used to
Hmm.
catch them when I was a kid. Up until about 4 foot, they're easily handled. After 4 feet,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Agora quest showing active. Joined. Give myself a nat 20.
Wait a second. Mhm.
I'm still 180,000.
What's that?
I got like 180,000 more. Mm-hmm. Now, in the player's guide, it says my hit dice goes 9 plus 2. And where 9th level was 9 hit dice. So I've seen some DMs where say you can roll an extra die, or some say you can only have the butcher.
No, typically, uh-oh, is that Troy? Are we getting bombed by Troy and we just got here? No.
Oh!
Yep, there he is. Troy's dropping bombs again. Hello, sir. That's all right. I'm sure that means Asher the bear is going to come rushing in here to thank him, and yeah, get it out of the way now before we start. Troy knows me so well. I appreciate that, dude. Very, very, very much appreciated, man. Let's give Troy a shout out. Give Troy a shout out there, if you don't mind, sir. Somebody on my mod team. Thank you, kind sir.
Got it before I can type it out.
Uh-oh. And who's the nat 20 going to, my friend? I know it's got to be the DM.
Thanks, Cannibal.
You notice the sound or the tone of the voice goes from thanks, Cannibal to thanks, Cannibal. See? All right, let's see if we can kick this thing off, folks. Troy, you're amazing, man. Thank you.
There's only like 2 players tonight, man.
Well, Monkey will be here eventually. And I'm hoping that Galaxy, he's going to be here. He's just running late.
Characters. Mine isn't.
Hey, I leveled this guy up, man.
20 allows me a chance to have Lando roll up a new character. Fair and square.
I mean, survive being
I appreciate it all, Troy. Definitely appreciate it.
You really should have done was you should have level trained Monkey
Did a number on it. And here we go officially. Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of 21 Shots. I am Sean, your host, bringing you together with the finest first edition gamers that this channel has to offer. I appreciate everybody that stepped in a little early, particularly Troy. For those that are late, you missed it. Troy dropped bombs on us, and here we are once again bowing over in debt to the man who helps almost single-handedly keep this stream going. So we definitely appreciate it, man. As if you missed it, Troy just executed his how do you say that? Democratic right to give his DM a nat 20. So we appreciate that. But more importantly, he helped some folks resubscribe to the channel, so we definitely appreciate that as well. Every little bit helps, and as you all know, I'll say it again and again, every dime that comes into the channel goes right back into the channel in some way, shape, or form, whether it's content or equipment or whatever the case may be. We definitely appreciate it all, and so no amount is too small, but actually I'm just kind of glad you guys are here to watch us make fools of ourselves, as we affectionately call ourselves, Shiza Cinema. If you don't know what that means, you know, we like to call ourselves a shit show. If you want to learn how not to stream on Twitch, this is the channel for you. So I encourage you to let all your friends, family, coworkers know when we stream, where we are, what we do. We just have some fun. Nothing major, nothing huge, just a bunch of guys getting together, and unlike others, we just don't show our faces because I'm the only one that's got the balls enough to do it. So, you know, but I don't want to rag on our players. But anyway, we're short a couple players tonight. First of all, Galaxy intends to be here, but he thinks he's obviously going to be late. Hopefully he's at least listening on his phone. Don't want him to call in off and on his phone because don't want him driving and gaming. That's no bueno. Our favorite druid tripped over some acorns apparently and hurt himself, and so he won't be here. But in actuality, Ian has a event that he's speaking at tonight, and the original speaker apparently suffered some issues, and so after he's done speaking, Ian is going to go check on his friend, which is much more important than sitting here rolling dice, playing games or stuff. So we're thinking about you, Ian. Hopefully your friend is a-okay, and we'll catch you next week, or who knows, maybe he'll show up later tonight depending upon when he gets to the hospital and back. So definitely thinking about you, sir. You shall be missed, or at least your acorns will. Anyway, for those that don't know who we are, first of all, if you're new here, welcome. If you're an old hat, obviously welcome back. We are first edition streamers on Monday, 5th edition streamers every other Friday. Same channel, obviously, just a different group of players. I encourage you to check that game out as well. I think this coming Friday is our off week. Yes, we just gamed on Friday. So this coming Friday is our off week. But the week after, I encourage you to come check us out. That group is in Greyhawk, just like this group, it's just a different area. That group is in Perrinland. This group currently is not even on Greyhawk. They're in a country known as Alarone. And for those that have not been following or have lost track of what's going on, our party en route to Greyhawk stumbled into a mansion that was actually a cursed place. The entire castle, if you will, the Chateau d'Amberville, because of some issues that happened with the family and an attempted assassination, the person who was being assassinated laid waste in the form of a curse that trapped the castle in a demi-plane of deadly mist. The party stumbled into it. They managed to actually escape from the chateau, but now find themselves in this place known as Avarone. Avarone is kind of liken it to old world France, if you will. And they are seeking a way to escape this place. And so I want to revisit what the party has found thus far. First of all, they found several keys in the chateau that allowed them to unlock a gate portal from the chateau, which was a deadly demiplane, into Avarone. As I said, Avarone's on some other world, or some other time maybe. And the party is now trying to find how to get out of here. And they know that the guy who was assassinated His name was Prince Stephen. He was apparently a super powerful magic user. And they say that if they can free Stephen from wherever, that the curse will be lifted and then they'll be able to go home and yada, yada, yada. So they found this note that basically says the secret to escaping Averone and breaking the curse is they have to find 4 magic items. One is an enchanted sword. The other one is a circled mirror, a viper circled mirror. Another is just some sort of a ring. And last but not least is a potion of time travel. And on this scroll that the party found, it gave hints and indications of where these items may be. For example, the enchanted sword in some place called Sephora or Maliki, or Solaire, or I should say it's in Solaire. They say it's in Solaire. Sephora and Maliki are apparently names of 2 people, unknown at this point. Vion's, I hate this that it keeps dropping away on me. Vion is apparently where the Viper circled mirror in possession of some guy named Gaspard. Paragon is where they can find the ring and it is currently possessed by someone named Luke. And then Le Hubo or Zims is the location where they can hopefully find this potion of time travel in possession of someone named Azadarak or Jehan or Mariamus. And so the party, having arrived in Averone, managed to travel their way south. And they followed the river south through a bog and through a forest until they came upon this large walled town called Zims. And there was also some street signs, if you will, a smaller tertiary road heading to the northwest that had a sign that said, like, they have signs like this direction, this many miles to here, like 5,000 miles to Hawaii or whatever. This particular one said so many miles to Perignon. And then the one going straight north was X number of miles to a town known as Vion. And so if we actually were to measure, it's weird, it's not showing me or I can just do measuring instead of, because it's not letting me move or anything. That is bizarre. Let me do it on my DM's map. So if we were to measure to Perignon is roughly 80 miles. To Vion, give or take 110, 120 miles, right? And so that kind of gives you an idea on distance that you have to go. Currently, you have no steeds. You guys did have your boat that you managed to use to get the Zims. So the party has arrived in Zims. They were questioned by the guards on who they were and what they're doing. And they have since entered into the city proper. Again, it's not a super large city. Think of it as kind of like Dodge City of the Old West, right? No real cobblestone roads, mostly dirt, although it is civilization that you're used to with stone, block, and wood buildings. Decent architecture. It's just not a huge city, right? But it does have walls around it for what that may be worth. And you guys have entered in. You know that this individual named Azar, I can never pronounce his name. Azadark. Azadark is
Dark.
yes, Ass of Dark. Apparently, this guy Azadark is a known somebody in town. You're not really sure. It is late. As you guys come in, it's the sun is going down. As you guys are in town, and so kind of first order of business, obviously, if you guys want to get a place to stay or what that you want to do a little research, do a little questioning, doing a little poking around town, whatever it is that you may do. But you do know that this town of Zemus or Zeems or Zemus or however it is pronounced, you guys know that this is one of the places that is on your to-do list. And so we now bring our party back into the city of Zymes. And what do we wish to do first or next, or what do you guys want to do?
Last we left off, we were in a bar talking to...
That's right. I couldn't remember, to be honest. I had forgotten. I didn't go back. I usually go back and watch the last part of the stream to kind of refresh myself where we were, but I did not do it this time. And so, yes, if you guys found yourselves in a tavern of some sort or a inn of some sort that you guys had come. I don't know that you had gotten rooms yet. If somebody, again, I apologize for being completely unprepared in that aspect. You guys refresh my brain on.
Yeah, we didn't get any rooms yet. We were just listening to the talk.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, I paid a kid to get a map. No, I promised.
Yep.
I promised him gold.
To get a map of
The area.
Okay.
The region.
Yep. Okay. Okay. So as you guys are, as you're sitting there, initially, everybody was really like quiet and sort of, who are these guys? You're dressed a little differently than the folks here. It's obvious to you that they don't normally see armored people or folks that are attired as you are outside the military, right? So nobody in town that you have seen outside yourselves and the guards are dressed in like armor, carrying huge weapons, etc. It's very much low-key country folk, common folk, and you guys definitely draw attention to yourselves as you enter into this inn. And so the name of the place is the Early Bird. And so you guys find yourselves not so early as it is later in the evening, or not in the evening, but early evening, like, almost 7 o'clock, give or take. So the sun is going down. And as you guys, as people get kind of used to you, the gawking sort of stops for the most part. There's still a few people that are gawking, but conversation begins to go, as it were, just typical folks having their conversation and stuff. You don't hear or get the sense of anything strange or unusual that they're talking about. You can definitely hear folks whispering, I think they're from this place. No, I bet you they're from that place, or whatever. And somebody give me a one of my, or both of my roguish types, please give me a listen check, a hear noise check.
Hear noise.
One of them?
Yeah, both of y'all. Yeah, so. Cool. All right. So Satal, as you're listening, your elf ears don't really pick up much.
Sound being slow.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
So Varys, you actually pick up something that sounds pretty interesting. Somebody whispers and says, I wonder if they're here to arrest Azardark. You know that he's a black magic, or purveyor of black magic, don't you? And somebody's like, shh, he might hear you. But you don't know that's true. Matt, you know that magic is outlawed. Nobody's seen him do it. It's just rumor.
I want to casually glance, like I'm just looking around and trying to focus on, where I heard that.
So there's a table just across from you, and you see a couple folks, again, common folk attire. Can't really tell if they're like town based or like maybe farmers or something like that, but There's a couple men and a couple women sitting, probably couples. You note that they all wear rings, as traditionally would be worn by those who have been betrothed. And you can see that one of them that was facing in your direction probably said something and somebody else like told him to hush. Definitely one of the feminine voices you detect had mentioned about arresting Azerdak, and the other was more of a male, like slapping her down, like, you don't know that for sure, and you better shut up before they come to get you. You know what happens when people start accusing.
I'm gonna just lean into like the barkeep since we're sitting here like at the bar.
Okay.
And ask him to refill that table drink.
Okay.
And and ask politely, who they are. Like, are they local farmers or workers in the mill or something here? Do you know anyone that sells horses?
So, first of all, it's 2 silver pieces to refill their drinks.
Okay.
And the barkeep looks over. He goes, "Who you?" And he kind of looks over. He goes, Harry and Marigold, or you talking Rita and Jeshua? Those 2 couples right there. That's who you're talking about? No, Jeshua and Rita. They have a clothing shop, and Harry and Marigold. She's a seamstress. He typically does odd work he typically does odd work as a carpenter around town.
Really nice. Can use some new food.
And so he refills drinks and has a runner or one of his stewards sort of or servants carry over to him, and they all sort of look up and in a bit of confusion as the servant sets the drinks down and nods in your direction. They all look up, and immediately you see that Marigold's face turns this bright kind of red as she kind of takes her drink and brings it, and the fella sitting next to her kind of looks up, and he points to a ring on his finger, and then grabs his drink and doesn't look at you.
I smart, wink, and turn back to my drink.
Okay. So nothing transpires after that. Apparently you have not impressed this fellow Harry or whatever, and you seem to have embarrassed Marigold.
It had a different reaction than I thought it would. But
you hear
the
sound of the sound of a chair scraping on wood behind you, and as you turn to look, you see the other fella, Jeshua, sort of stands up. He goes, "My friend, he doesn't take kindly to others that buy his wife drinks. He's had his. I tried to tell him that, but I just want to come to apologize. I just want to come to apologize." And so he's just like, "I wish to thank you properly for me and Rita." And he hands his hand and goes, Jeshua Province.
Yes. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm sorry to say, I don't mean to stare, but you and your friends are quite the sight. Are you here at Zymes on some business? I ask because my wife and her.
We're looking for some solid mounts and maybe a few things.
Well, I can tell you, if you ever need any clothes mending, Marigold over there is with the best seamstress you're gonna get, and me and Marita, I would be happy to tailor you whatever fine attire that a man with obvious taste might need. You just come look for the province shop right down the road here. You can't miss it. We're right in the market district.
Oh, thank you.
You're
I will
most welcome.
certainly be in touch.
All right. Thank you, sir. And he whips back over, and you can hear him whispering a little too loudly. I told you they weren't here for him. They got no business with him here. You can't go around saying that. What if they're here working for him? Next thing you know, you're going to be disappeared in the night. Remember what happened to Jack? Yeah, Jack was spreading those rumors too, and the next thing you know, Jack up and left town, they said. The guy lived here his whole life, and he ain't left, and I don't want to be next. So immediately you get the impression that this Zadorak fellow, at least from the populace's standpoint, you get that they use terms like black magic. But since you have been here, you get the impression that all magic is considered black magic. So
Yeah, I look at Jalen and raise my drinks to better times. And kind of winks at him. Like, I think he's a magic on the down low or on the site.
Really?
Maybe.
Maybe we need to light this place up.
or we can use it openly and draw him out.
as Baron is now his fifth drink in, screams,
Oh shit!
So, person, if you guys wish rooms for the night, they are single rooms available, or if you wish to spend less for a silver piece, you can just buy a bunk in the common, of which they have a dozen common beds available as well. So it's your choice on whether you want to spend the gold for your own private room, the silver piece for the common, or you can do what our druid would do and just go live in the woods with his bear. Your choice.
Oh, I'm getting a private room.
Okay.
Might as well,
Definitely paying for a room.
living up.
All right, so
Yeah.
1 gold piece per player, please. Take those off your character sheets. As you guys...
Can I ask the mage, does he have his spell, the mage, before he sleeps, so if he can identify the ring?
He doesn't. He identifies.
Yeah, he doesn't have let me double check on his
Pretty
character
sure it
sheet.
does.
Let me double check really quick. You might be right. Let's see. Identify is a 3rd level spell, correct? He does not have Identify.
Oh my god.
Nope, he's got some decent spells, but one of the things that I've noticed that you guys haven't done is with magic users and stuff like that, nobody seems to look for spell books or take spell books here, so he's got a limited number of spells. He's got some decent spells, but they're limited number. So, yeah, he does not have Identify. And which ring was this, just to confirm for me?
I don't...
It was part of the treasure picked up on the last.
Okay. I'll go back and look at it. I've got it written. Okay, I've got it written down somewhere.
Identify is a 1st level spell.
Is it? Okay, well, he doesn't have a 1st level spell, Identify.
Okay. He told me he had it, so I'm confused.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying is, unfortunately, nobody's I don't have. That's why I wanted updated character sheets. I'm not really worried about on Forge, because I know everybody keeps them there. I just wanted hard copies for myself so I could go through and make sure that everything was up to date, and whatever's on Forge matches what you have on your character sheet, etc., etc. So that was just for my own personal.
I can send you a copy.
Yeah,
I
just that's
thought you
you know
said
I
access
ask every week, and everybody's like, oh, okay, and then I want to say I'm going to start giving Ross an extra 10,000 experience every week because he's like about the only one that gives me an update every week.
Yes. I'll level up.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Well, if that's the case, I'll give you one
Yeah,
every day.
I don't take Mary home and her husband can have a sleep tramp.
So, anything that you guys want to do in town, the lamplighters are out lighting lamps along the street. You see that there are other taverns and places that are open. They appear to be relatively busy and boisterous, just as any other place. So, in that aspect, Zymes is not very different from any other town that you've been in. Although the language that they speak is it's common-esque, but it's still hard to pick up. And I wish I spoke French, but I don't. So we're going to have to rely on our other elf to teach us that language. So, but it's sort of it's an off dialect of common. But for the most part, you're able to hear what's going on. But it is a little bit different, and again, a dialect you've never heard before. But again, is there anything that you guys wanted to do before?
Well, if we already got rooms, then the horses tack
that you don't have? Oh, you don't have horses.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'll go talk to my friends about our new friend, the guy that just introduced himself and his clothing shop. Maybe we can go there and have a little talk with him.
Yeah.
And then maybe look around the square or whatever for a horse vendor or something.
If you relay to us what you overheard,
Yep.
I would ask that if this person can have somebody disappeared like this Jack fellow, he must be someplace in the government. So if we ask around, maybe tell us who he is. Just say who's the leader of the town, that type of thing. To be non-conspicuous.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, yeah. However you want to do it.
Acidark is a name on our list of people that might have potion of time. So,
yeah. Well, we know he's like the head priest in the church or whatever.
Did we
he's
hear
like
that?
he's some kind of a priest or some sort of in charge of something like that. As you guys are listening, you come to find that even those who may not be quote unquote what you would call a cleric, they're like a governmental archbishop, right? So they could be an archbishop, but they may not necessarily be a cleric, but they could be in charge. And you've heard him called Archbishop Azadark as you guys have listened and heard different conversations and stuff. You heard that this Azadark, the guards themselves said Archbishop Azadark, right? So immediately in your mind, you're thinking cleric, priest of some kind, but now you realize that he may or may not be a priest or a cleric. Nobody uses magic of any kind that you are aware of. Apparently it's been outlawed and it's called black magic for whatever reason.
So but I mean, this guy is obviously rumored to have been a dark magician. So
correct.
I just suggest that we proceed with that type of knowledge as if he was. Okay. But if have we heard that so magic is not here, or magic is not allowed?
It's outlawed.
Preston is outlawed, but you don't know why, right? Nobody's actually come out and said why.
Eddie, it's Christina's birthday. Don't forget.
I won't. None of us will forget now because it's going to be on the internet forever.
Oh, right. I forgot I had a.
He just invited us to a birthday.
Man.
We just got invited to a birthday party. That's it.
I forgot it was voice activation. Sorry.
It's all good, brother. It's all good, dude. You're good. So,
right, so if it's illegal to to use magic,
Mm.
and people rumor it that he is, if we were to say we have proof that he has magical ability, set him up in some way, or I don't know. I'm thinking out loud here. I'm talking to the group, trying to figure
Should we go just talk to him first?
Well, we could.
We don't know if he's bad or good or.
That's true. Did they
We
say
just
dark?
talk to him.
But then again, they think all magic. Yeah.
They might be scared of their own shadow, you know.
Again, as far as you
Christian,
know,
what do you-
it's just as far as you know, it's just been. Ask the birthday person what do they think. Yeah, as far as you know, it's been outlawed, but nobody knows, or at least has said why it was outlawed.
I go
So,
see the bartender and ask him, "Hey, what's Leibu? Where's Leibu? I heard it's a pretty nice place, and I want to go. I want to go there.
Lebu.
Leibu.
It's the next town down. It's on the map.
Oh,
Yeah, it's there.
it's a little farmer village to the south. Nothing there. Again, farmers, and that's about it.
I heard it's pretty nice, and there's a man named Gian and a girl named Moriamis, and that
Hey.
they're pretty skilled at what they do.
Yeah. He sort of gets a little bit of a look left and look right. You know who Jahan is, yes?
No, but I like
He's
to know.
the right hand man who does the inquisiting for Azadark. Whenever there is someone accused of something illegal, Jahan is the inquisitor who goes to investigate such things. I would not use his name out loud to draw attention to yourselves, because you do not want to be on the investigators or the inquisitors' bad side. This Moyamas, I have not heard this name before, but Jahan I am aware of. He is associate.
So, Azidarak and Yan are dangerous people. Are they?
I
mean
don't-
to common folk?
People talk, sir. They talk, and they some talk when they've had too much to drink, eh? So, and again, he kind of looks around. So yeah, I am quite sure that there is nothing come of it, but I just know that Jihan is not a man to be trifled with.
Oh, shit! I'm scared. I guess I'll go to. I should go to Perigon, huh? I guess it's better over there.
Perigon, that's a very nice city.
Yeah. What direction it is?
If you go to the northeast, perhaps 5 days walk, 6 days walk. If you have
Wow.
mounts, perhaps 2.5 days.
All right. Well, thanks for the info. I guess I'll go visit Leibu. I heard it's amazing.
Sir.
Thanks.
Mhm.
All
I'm
right.
We got to get some type of audience. That's
Your mic is cutting a lot, by the way.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I was thinking we got to get some type of audience with Acidark, and I don't know, somehow can find out if he has this potion of time travel.
I mean, we can also. I look around. We can also, stalk him, look where he lives, and go in.
Yeah, we
At
need to
night?
get common intel, like where this guy, where's his office, where does he do during the day, how do you get to see him? What are the
I have an idea. Maybe
Yeah?
we should see my new friend, the tailor, get some new guns so we don't stand out like people from out of town so much. And maybe I do a little makeup on my ears and and such, and and see about having a look about, or
Uh, you
doing
think he'll
things
talk?
that would be less conspicuous.
Do you think he'll talk to us, or do you think he'll clam
Well,
up?
if we buy some clothing, maybe they'll talk a little. We don't want to make them uncomfortable,
Right.
but they were loudly talking over there with their friends about you know rumored things.
All right.
We can ask you know try and ask without being we don't want to share exactly why we're you know saying maybe we're
Right. We don't want to tell him what we're up to.
yeah, we can say maybe we're maybe we are and investigating things or some other story.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're investigators sent to find out what happened to Jack.
Yeah. And then
We don't know jack shit right now.
and nothing else, maybe when you as an art to come, you know, meet us himself and then he's there with him. I don't know.
Yeah, what was the name of the guy that disappeared from the village? Was it?
His name was Jack.
It was
Yeah,
Jack,
that was that. Yeah, sure.
which is why he made the
Yeah.
joke.
Oh, we could be looking for work also.
Oh yeah, and we can look around and see about finding some horses and
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, let's look around. Let's go to this guy place.
Well, we got to do it tonight, or are we gonna wait till morning?
We can do it in the morning.
No, let's sleep a little bit.
Yeah.
Anybody still down on hit points?
I'm okay.
Nope.
No.
I think I am. I think
I
got two.
I got spells I haven't used, so I can use them on you and re-get them in the morning.
Do it in the room. Don't do it out here.
No, we'll do it. We'll do it up in the room.
Early berries max. Looks like
I'll hit
everybody is max.
Even the
double
paladin.
Ronnie is actually down 6.
I can hit him with a cure light, a couple of those, but I've got 2 cure serious.
20.
Let me hit the paladin with Q, at least 1 cure series. See how that goes. How do I? Wow, this way. I can't target him directly.
So yeah, you can't target him directly. So just roll it, and then we'll go ahead and or cast it, or however you want to do it, and then we will.
Yeah, I'll cast
just
it.
add it manually to us. By the way, I don't know if any of you guys know. I'll show if you.
That's 11.
All right, Zadkiel, you got 11 hit points back, so at least you're down 10.
I can hit him again. I got 2 more.
Okay.
I'll hit him once. Let's see.
And 6 more, so that gives him 7. Let me go ahead and. All right, so that means you gave him a total of 17, right?
Yeah.
And he can lay on hands himself to give himself back up to 81. So he's just going to lay on hands.
You gonna let me touch myself? Okay.
That's it. Paladin, that's what they do a lot of. Paladins touch themselves a lot.
I hear that.
So one thing really quick, game-wise, I don't know if you guys saw so I created a token for the party. Everybody is considered an observer of that token, so you guys can kind of see it and whatnot. If you double click on it, it doesn't do it on this one. Well, that's
No, I pulled mine off the side menu.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to look and see if it'll do it. So on the 5th edition game, when you double click on it, it lets me add the players into the token. So when you double click on the token, it opens up, shows a list of players. You can then open up your character sheet from there and cast and do whatever you want that way. Apparently it doesn't do it on this edition of the game, so have to see if there's another way to handle that. But apologies. Maybe I think that's why I did create, because there is no party token on this edition. It's only a regular token. So apologies. I was talking smack before I knew what I was talking about. All right.
Oh, good.
So we are going to go into take a long rest tonight, so everybody gets a good night's sleep. As the following day arises and you guys wake up early in the morning to the smell of burning wood and what appears to be some sort of cooking meats and whatnot from down below, you can hear the noises outside already as the city or the town itself begins to come alive with the day's activities. You hear the shopkeepers already pulling down awnings and throwing open shutters and whatnot. You can hear the early morning criers as they're walking down the streets selling their hot bagels or their hot peanuts or whatever it is that they're selling off of their cart. And you can hear the rumblings of folks down in the common room as breakfast begins to get underway.
I'm gonna use my long hair and a little bit of makeup and fix my pointy ear.
Okay.
While I'm in my private room here.
Okay.
And so they're not obvious. And how is the weather outside?
So the weather outside is cloudy. It is cloudy. Looks like it might rain sometime today,
Okay.
but the clouds are not like super dark, so it's not raining yet.
So
Would you say?
I'm gonna put my cloak over me,
Okay.
so I can put my hood up,
Okay.
so that will help as well.
Gotcha.
Would you
And
say
keep
the?
me nice.
What does that kill?
No, I was just wondering if you would say that the weather outside might be frightful.
It's not quite frightful, but inside it's quite delightful.
And then I'll come down from breakfast.
What I have to live with, folks. You see,
Yeah.
this is what we have to live with. We have a bunch of dads, and the jokes are nonstop.
Oh my here.
Amazing.
Yep.
I go down to get my breakfast.
Okay.
And then I guess
So one of the main breakfast itself is they have the fresh fish that's been caught from the nearby river, and so they have fresh fish being cooked. They also have eggs as well as potatoes, fruits and vegetables, of course, fresh from the farms that they have all available for a mere 1 silver piece per meal. And so, and that includes like a drink such as water or juice or tea or coffee. If you want something stronger, it's separate prices for alcohol. But it is 1 silver to include this small meal for breakfast.
I get the meal.
Meal.
Okay.
Sure.
So they bring in and they have a big, huge honkin' roll that you can use it to sop up all the grease and all the other stuff that goes with the salted pork and the eggs and whatnot that they are serving. The crowd is actually fairly lively for this early in the morning, but you guys are still there before the actual official opening of the day, if you will. Is a lot of you could tell a lot of these guys are merchants and whatnot, come here to have breakfast or something on their way to their various tasks. One fellow you recognize from last night was the fellow Harry, who you learned was a carpenter of some kind. He is actually there having breakfast as well, and he sort of sees you guys and kind of turns sideways and goes back to his meal as if, you know, I didn't see you, I didn't say anything, I didn't see you.
Yeah, he's the one that got mad because
He's the one that yeah, it's correct. And you know his name is Harry, and he does odd carpenter work or does carpentry work about town. So
Harry Carpenter.
what do you want me to say?
I'm tempted to go up to him and you know, let him know I wasn't trying to hit on his wife, but
As
then I
you
thought maybe I should.
stand up to him, and he sort of looks
No.
and he goes to turn, and you go talk, and he's like, well, it's quite all right. No, it was nothing by it. No, it was just the drink got the better of me, sir. So I do apologize. So please enjoy your day. You sort of try to turn away as if you get the feeling he's scared, like almost as if he may have offended you. So maybe his wife said something, or maybe his friend said something. He looks like he might be afraid of who you may or may not be. What's that?
We are armed.
That is correct. So, but I'm saying is he has that nervousness about him, almost as if like his friends may have said something, or his wife may have said something like, "You idiot, are you gonna like piss off these guys?
Yeah.
What if they're working for Azarak, you know, or Azadark?" You're like, "Nah, no." So you can tell that he's like trying to, please, sir, move along. I got nothing more to say to you, and I don't want to lose my fingers.
I will leave and say it's okay, and I will walk back to our table or whatever.
Okay.
And enjoy my breakfast.
So as you guys are enjoying your breakfast, every so often you kind of look and you can see that he catches your glance every so often. You could tell that he's kind of looking back to see if you guys are still there. Eventually he finishes his meal, wipes his hands. As he stands up, he sort of wipes them on his shirt and trousers. Calls off to the barkeep, and then departs the front exit, going about his daily business.
This guy knew something.
As he gets near the door, you see he grabs a huge working belt of some kind. He's got several different mallets and tools and other things that look to be perhaps somebody doing.
I know his name. I know his friends. I'm sure I can find his shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, breakfast for you guys goes uneventful. Perhaps 30 minutes or so goes past as the shops continue to open. The farmers market is open in full swing as the local surrounding farms have sent their various representative with their carts of different goods, whether it's corn or wheat, or tomatoes, potatoes, you name it. There's like a conglomerate of various things, including river stuff, right? So fish and whatnot.
We don't want to talk to Harry or any others openly in this bar anyway. Too many ears here. So, my friends, we want to go get some new phones and some mounts, and maybe some info.
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
Let's go talk to Harry. Is that what you're saying?
No, I want to talk to the tailor and his wife first, because they're more likely to not have 800 people asking for him. The carpenter is probably going to be busy all damn day, fixing shop stalls and little leaks in the roof of a shop. Who knows what he's going to be doing.
The tailor, if you will, were Jeshua and Rita province. So they are the ones that had the shop that you were talking about. What's that?
My elf does have a nice taste in clothes.
Yeah.
So
you guys exit the tavern or the inn that you guys are staying in. Again, it's the name of the place is the Early Bird Inn. You find yourselves out in the main streets of town. To the left of where you guys are, you can see the gates that you came in to lead back outside, and the roads leading north and northwest, as well as south. If you guys wanted to go to Lehibu, to the south, you can as well. Or you can follow the roads to north or northwest, depending upon where you are going. But regardless, you find yourselves out in town, working your way along, looking for the shop.
Do we have any bonuses or nat 20s left over?
Yes, we did carry them over. I apologize for not reminding you guys. if you guys out there in TV land are willing to help support our players, don't forget that you can trade in your tokens that you get for watching the stream for Nat 1s and Nat 20s for the party, or for your humble DM. As for those that were here early, you know that I as DM got a Nat 20 from Cannibal, which was very much appreciated after he unloaded several subscriptions on us, which is much appreciated. And before we go too much further, also for everybody, if you know that if you cheer for every 100 bits that you cheer, you can give a +1 bonus to the player of your choice. So
thank you, Learn Music. I just got a Nat 20 myself.
What? Come on. Man.
Yep.
You know,
Thank you.
I used to like music, but I don't like music so much anymore. I'm going to go back to reading books.
Ah!
So, all right, let me get to my notes here really quick. So Deglin has a Nat 20. All right, so first of all, again, if you cheer bits, you can give Nat 1s, or not Nat 1s, but you can give +1 bonus to the player of your choice.
Ooh. Agomrin just gave +1 to each party member as well.
All right, so that was 500 that he cheered, or 600?
He cheered 700.
Oh, 700? Okay, so that's everybody.
Oh, and the DM. Everybody and the DM.
Thanks, Agomrin. Appreciate it. So, as you can see, he cheered 700, so he can give a +1 to everybody. So that means now, I as DM, I have a +3 and a +2. Siltal, you are up to a +5. Deglin, you have a +5 and a +3. Baron has 2 +5s. Ronnie has a +3 and a actually a +4 and a +1. Varus, you are up to a +4. And Zadkiel, you have a +5, and now you have another +1. So, as a reminder, that you guys have those that they do carry over from stream to stream, and you can use those to add plus or minus a roll depending upon whether you need to go up or down. No more than a +5 in any one group. And so, for example, Deglin Ronnie has a +4 and a +1. If he needs 5, he wouldn't be able to make it because he has a +4 and a +1, and you can't combine the two. And the max you can take is a +5 from one group at a time. So anyway, bottom line is everybody's got their points. If you need to know your points again, let me know, but you do have those. Additionally, if you want to trade your tokens in for Nat 1s or Nat 20s, I encourage you to get them in early in case the party needs them. As of right now, the DM has 2 Nat 20s. The Siltal, you have a Nat 20. Deglin has a Nat 20. Varus has a Nat 20. And Zadkiel has a Nat 20.
Another from here.
Sure, the bear gave both Lando and you, Sean, a Nat 20.
So that means Varus has 2. And so those do carry over, or those normally don't carry over stream to stream. It all depends on the stream itself. Last week we got a bunch of them late, or we never really had a chance to use them. So I allowed them to carry over. So that being said, let's get back into our game as the party now heads out into the street. As I explained, you guys, the shops are opening up. The market is opening up, the farmer's market, if you will. Toward the center of town is where the huge market is, where they have everything, but there are traveling merchants as well, sort of pushing their carts down the street or pulling their cart down the street with horses, selling various goods. And so it is a lively, busy little town. You can see that there are larger buildings that look to be church in nature. Not sure what deity, but a couple of them have crosses at their peaks and their steeples. You can see other more official looking buildings, stone block buildings with guards in and around that could be perhaps banks of some kind or money lenders of some kind or perhaps government institutions. But you see those toward the center of town as well. But the main part of town, the central area, is taken up by this huge market where people just sort of, it's almost like a controlled chaos It looks like there's a rhyme to the reason with all these impromptu carts and tents and everything popped up, providing various pathways through, depending upon what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to look for notes first? Or
Well,
first?
we can hold off on the mounts until we've figured out what we're going to do about Aspen. We should probably go talk to your person.
Yeah, it's for the clothing.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Right.
get some new boots and new goods.
Oh, you can do that, or I can maybe I can go check out the church while we're at it.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I don't foresee any threat right now. So
yeah. Well, we're all doing the down low anyway. We don't want to rouse any suspicion or start anything.
Have we seen any signs of like a seedy underground, like a thieves guild or anything like that?
I mean, I'd be looking around.
Yeah, you
signs of
haven't,
that.
you have not seen anything that you would recognize as any kind of a thieves guild, or even those who might be of that persuasion. At least not yet.
This is what I'm picturing in my mind is like an old medieval European town where everybody's Christian and everybody, worships God, and everybody's, afraid of magic and witches and stuff.
Very, very on point with your assessment.
Okay. My character would know that, but I don't.
Yeah, but you're very on point with your assessment, and that's kind of what it's like. A very old school medieval town where everybody's under one religion, whether it's God or some semblance of God that this place services. But yes, that is very much what you get the impression.
I don't want to get burned at the stake. This is not Salem, so.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the town's the hangman's tree.
Right. She's a witch.
Yeah, we don't want.
So
that.
you guys gonna split up then, or are you gonna stay together?
Well, am I coming with me?
I don't need new clothes. I can't really.
Yeah, Baron's coming with you. Baron doesn't have any concern to do, but he's always
if
willing to
Monkey's
see about
amenable,
clothing.
maybe we'll go check out the church.
I'll go at the church with you, no problem.
Okay. Well, I
Don't
figured Monkey
steal
would do too.
anything gold.
Yeah, don't steal anything, really. Not in the church. Anybody outside, fair game. Not in the church.
I'm not a thief. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah. The justice here, we just, guilty, boom, hands gone. Good to go.
Oh shit.
All right. So then Statal and Deglin, you head toward what looks to be some sort of a house of worship of some kind. It's not really the iconography, it's just sort of the shape of the building reminds you of what you would think to be a temple or a church of some kind back home.
Okay.
It takes you about a half an hour to find the clothier, though, Varus. You and Baron and
I mean, I could ask. Directions.
well, yeah, no, still it takes about a half hour to get there, right? So across
Oh,
town.
I got you.
So asking directions, finding. Oh, wait, no, you got to go here instead of there, type of thing.
Yeah.
But the rest of you, in the i.e., Baron, Ronnie, Zadkiel, Varus, you guys all sort of continue your way through town. As I said, about a half an hour or so later, you come upon the clothier, and you can see the big awning outside, striped awning kind of hanging down. You can see that out on the street there are several dress mannequins, as well as a male dress mannequin has some kind of a suit tailored onto it. Very much in vogue with the flowered cuffs and the ruffled collar and the button-down breast points and stuff, and flared trousers. The female dress you see is kind of strange looking to you, but it's like a big hoop dress with a big poof coming down, so the very small waist with the big poof hang out with big wires and stuff kind of holding it out. But anyway, that old school English French type of style, back from the medieval times and whatnot. And so, or 1800s really.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and of course the door is closed, and as soon as you pull it, you hear a bell, ka-ting, 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 ring, and as soon as you step in, you see.
I will carefully wipe my boot.
Okay.
So I'm not trying dirt or mud.
You hear a woman's voice call out. She goes, "We will be right with you." And a moment later, to be Rita Province, the seamstress, sort of steps. She goes, "Oh, my dear good sir, welcome, welcome, welcome. What brings you into our shop this day? I wish to apologize for our friend's behavior. He's sometimes when he drinks, he gets a little bit overly protective of Marigold. You must please, I beg of you, do not consider ill of him. He is just overprotective sometimes."
Yeah, he apologized to me this morning at breakfast. No harm done.
So then, why are you here today? You have something that you're looking for, or?
Well, I thought I'd give your business some of my business, since your husband was gracious and spoke to me last night, and I do like floats, and I could use some. My clothes have I had these not made too terribly long ago, but they've seen a lot of use, a lot of wear, and I figured maybe a nice.
No doubt that we can get you fixed straight away. So are you looking for something quick, as in today, or are you looking just for some minor repairs, or are you looking for a full set of clothing? I'm sure that my husband could probably have something whipped up in a couple of days once we have your measurements. But what specifically are you looking for?
I don't know how long we're staying in town, but
I see. So you're just here on quick business?
Possibly. Is your husband available?
But of course. She sort of calls back and she's like, these gentlemen,
well, I mean, Melania. I don't mind seeing you either. Smile.
She sort of gets a little flustered and blush, goes, "Joshua, get out here." And a moment later, her husband sort of comes up, wearing what appears to be tailor's clothing. You can see that he's well dressed, in just a not a full suit, but sort of just like a vest pulled over. It's got one button buttoned, very prim, very sort of proper looking. And he looks and he nods, goes, "Welcome, sir. Hey, man, thanks for the follow, Wanderer.
Very nice shop you have here.
Whoa, why, thank you. Thank you very much. We do try.
Make me something similar to what I have, but not maybe a little more in the style of your country here.
I was going to say this is multiple times. Do you think I have seen this in any of the people that have visited from out of town? Where is it from that you say that you were from, my friend? As he's sort of walking around, kind of looking.
A place known as Fairhawk.
I am not familiar with this place. However, yes, I think I can give you exactly what you need. Is there some sort of a timeline that you are wishing to stay? Normally, I ask for at least a week, but sometimes we have rush customers that we are able to get done in but just a day or so. But it really depends on, of course.
Probably a day or two at the most.
Typically, this will cost more because we have to put in much more time.
I don't know how long my friends and I are going to be in town, but we are in need of a few things. You wouldn't happen to know a good place to buy horses, horses for riding, traveling.
I think perhaps the marketplace is the best place that you might have to go look.
Mm-hmm.
There is a gentleman that sometimes comes up from Lehibu that they bring the horse. They have very good. It's very swampy down there, but the grassland is very rich with nutrients, and the horses seem to thrive on it. And so, to me, those are the Lehibu horses. When they bring them up to the market, I think those are the best ones that you could buy. I am not sure on the pricing, sir, because I am not normally in the market for horses, but I am quite sure that you can get a good deal.
I appreciate that. So how much are you thinking? Pants, shirt,
Well, it is really not a matter of the amount of the material that you are wishing. The cost is going to come from how many men that I have to have doing the different things at the same time so that we can meet your timeline. So if you are telling me perhaps a day, you're probably talking 5 gold pieces for the whole set of attire. But if you are talking a week, then I can do it for 2. You see, because the price difference is merely just a matter of having to pay the labor.
I'll give you 10.
His eyes kind of flare. He goes,
And
"You are most generous, my sir."
And lean in a little and say, "Tell me more about what you were talking about last night." You know, when there's not other customers around.
As he kind of looks, I do not understand what you are saying, and he kind of looks over his shoulder. What is your charisma score?
Basically,
what is
a
your
9.
so,
It's not
okay,
terrible, but it's not very great.
right? So
Kinda
your
average at 9.
is it like a plus 0% or plus 5%?
Yeah,
or-
plus 0. Yeah.
Okay,
I have 4 henchmen. Is like the
Right.
only thing I have.
right, right.
My little feet's healed one day.
Oh,
I'll have to.
okay.
I'll have to pay for. I'll have to pay them. Offer them. Incentive probably. To
Yep.
turn my health.
So the gold definitely did the trick. As he looked, so my wife was concerned that, and her friend, of course, understandably concerned when we see men at arms such as yourself come into town, and usually that means that they are at the behest of the archbishop, or perhaps his inquisitor Jihan, and so people tend to get a little nervous when they see people such as yourselves. But it seems to me that you do not come here to work for the archbishop. You are here for other reasons. But this is none of my business. This is none of my business what brings you here.
Yeah.
But
If you can tell me everything you know about him,
Oh.
you can, you can write it down, and maybe I can pick it up later with the hook.
I do not mind speaking to you, sir. 'Cause I think I tend to be a judge of people, and so I am hopeful that I am not misjudging you. But there is not too much to say about His Holiness. Some say that before the outlaw, he was a practitioner of dark, deep magic. That he gained his way into power because of the money, and of course the inquisitor that he had working for him, I am sure, had no small part in getting him into the office of position that he currently holds. But there are those.
So he's not. So he acquired it perhaps through.
I would never say that out loud, of course. I would never say that out loud, of course. But when it comes to those who seek power, there is not much that many would do to usurp or to keep such power. But that is beyond poor folks such as myself.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there are those that still whisper that he still is a practitioner of the dark arts, but none would be willing to come out and say, for those that come out and say tend to become no
Yes.
longer
Mm-hmm.
residents of our small community.
Unknowingly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm. So, there you have it in a nutshell. So there are those who they say still practice these arts, though they were outlawed long ago, but
Are there any that oppose him?
oppose the Archbishop. Not in Zymes, no. Other places I do not know, but within our city he is the law. Even though he is not the law, there are those that know he is the law. He is the mayor, perhaps holds sway, but most people know where the power is driven from.
And so the whole so all those armed men I saw protect him.
Oh, I mean, the soldiers, they are just, doing their duty, their sworn duty to protect those who live within the walls. And of course, there's the commandant who runs the garrison. But ultimately, the one who runs his lordship, the mayor, as well as His Holiness the Archbishop.
I see. Well, that's good to know. Certainly wouldn't want to offend him then. So, can you recommend the good place for like wine or might take this bishop a gift when I go pray at his holy church.
If you go see Adam over at the Curious Courtier, he has probably the best fine liquors that you are going to find anywhere. He is strictly distribution. He does not like sell as in like if you were to go to a bar or an inn or a tavern. He is the one who sells the stock to the other locations, but he does have private sales, etc., that he is willing to do if you are willing to fork over the coin.
Of course. Very good. I asked my companions, y'all gonna shop around or order some clothes as well, or did you come to keep me company?
I just came to keep you company, man.
Awesome.
Don't know. Monkey would want to do, but we're gonna jump over to Dag.
Not sure.
What's that, Dag? What's that, Monkey?
I'm not sure either.
Okay.
I'm just kind of bedazzled at the conversation and kind of just.
Okay.
I mean, as that kill, that is.
I'm thinking of things to discuss on the morning later.
So in the meantime, Daglan, you and Satal make your way from the market over to this place that looks like some kind of a house of worship. And indeed, as you go, huge oak doors, stained glass windows of various scenes and iconography that you find interesting in the fact that you've never seen anything like it, at least as far as you can recall. And stepping through, the doors themselves have these big sort of brass vertical long handles, and you sort of grab them and pull, and there's sort of a creaking sound as the heavy oak doors swing outward to you guys. Inside there is a little foyer, and you can see that there's a carpeted area running off to the left and right, and at the end of the carpeted area you can see flights of stairs going to an upper level. And straight ahead, you can see that there's a set of swinging doors that are standing open, pushed away from you into the church proper, there are 2 pedestals of water sort of standing just on the inside on this side in the foyer before you get into the church proper. Again, there's these like 2 pedestal bowls filled with water. You see wooden pews all the way down for perhaps 30 feet, 40 feet or so. And then there is a raised dais upon which there is an altar of some kind and a huge cross behind. Looks to be fashioned completely of gold, at least from this point. There are numerous torches, sconces sort of lining the walls, and they're lit up to allow the entire place inside. And I shouldn't say torches, I meant to say like oil lamps, right? But these lamps are sort of lit all the way down the outer edges of the chapel. And there's like 4 sets of pews. So there's 2 on the outside, 2 on the inside, and then there's like 3 aisles running between them, right? And so you could go left or right to the side aisle and get to one of the side pews if you want, or you could walk down the middle and get to one of the central pews if you want. And all the way at the far end, like I said, there's a raised dais. The entire place is carpeted. It's, even as you walk in, it has this very omnipotent sort of feel to it, right? It just has a feeling of holiness, although it's nothing you've ever seen or whatever. You could just tell that this is obviously a place of worship. Right as you guys get to the inner doors, you see somebody coming from a door at the far end of the chapel, where the altar is. There's a couple of side doors, and coming out of one of the doors, you see a young lad, perhaps 14, 15, maybe a little older, even younger, a little bit tall though, has very short hair cut like somebody put a bowl on his head and cut his hair around and shaved the rest off his ears and stuff. As he comes out, he's wearing nothing but plain white, and he's got his hands sort of folded across him. You can see that he has some sort of set of beads hanging out of his hands. They're wrapped around his hands, and there's the beads are hanging down, and swinging at the end of the beads, you could see a replica of the cross that's behind you on the wall, or behind behind the altar on the wall. As he's sort of walking, he goes, "Welcome, my friends. Welcome. Please come in. How may we have service to you today? The Holy Father welcomes all into his house."
Well, we are here visiting from very far away, and I just wanted to check out your local religious institution.
Oh, well, welcome you, brother. All welcome into the house of our Holy Father. Please come in. Do you wish? Well, I would ask, please, that you please dip your fingers within the holy water and appropriate signs as he sort of dips his fingers in the water and does a sign of the cross, kind of across himself, as he sort of nods and welcomes. Please follow me. As he sort of steps in and looking over his shoulder, you can tell that he's like very eager to impress somebody with the knowledge that he has on what their faith is and whatnot. And he begins discussing three individuals that apparently make up their base faith. There's a Father, a Son, and what they call their Holy Spirit, and the Spirit is the one that fills. The Holy Father sends the Spirit into people to fill them with righteousness and goodness, and he just begins telling this whole story of how things began and how things go. Interesting from a dogma standpoint. Not sure that you buy any of it, but
no, I'm just kind of nodding politely and listening.
What with Jaskar, and as you guys get up to the altar, you can see that there is some sort of a book laid open on a little book holder on the altar itself, and there is a chalice that looks to be made completely of gold with some encrusted gems running around the central piece. So, like, if you were to
so tall.
So it looks like if you were to grab the chalice,
so
if you grab the chalice, the where the gems are, your hand would sit, like the gems would sit right on top where your hand is. So it's about midway up on the chalice. You can also see there's another plate with several pieces of bread sort of sit on it. And he goes, "So, is Where is it that you are traveling from, my good sirs? Is there anybody that you wish to speak with, perhaps for your conversion of faith? Or is there anything else that the church might be able to do for you while you're in town?
Well, we're from a place called Greyhawk, and there
Turns out.
won't be any need for conversion.
Oh, so you are already of the faith. That is.
I'm of a faith, and but I am very interested in learning about your practices and your ceremonies, and
every God's Day you can come, and we have our Bible services, and so we discuss various chapters and passages of our holy scriptures and stuff. And I am sure that once you begin to read and understand how much the All-Father loves you, how much the Holy Father loves you.
The All-Father, I'm like, Odin's here?
Yeah. As how much the Holy Father loves you, I am sure that you will begin to see that the path to righteousness is through your faith and belief and willingness to serve Him. And as in serving Him, you, of course, serve all mankind.
Ah, I understand. Who is the high priest for this temple?
Oh, we're here? Oh, that would be Father George.
Father George. And
yes.
Is he the highest ranking religious person in
Well,
town?
Outside of the Archbishop, of course.
Oh, the Archbishop. Is that
Archbishop, but he is not technically. Yes, His Holiness, the High Bishop, I keep saying his name wrong. Azadark. He is technically the bishop, but it is my understanding that it is more of a official title. Father George is the father that runs the day-to-day operations of our church.
Ah, I understand. Okay. Who would I be able to, through Father George, maybe get an audience with the Archbishop?
Oh, usually you have to petition the Archbishop from the mayor's office directly. They have their various requirements that they have, and as such, to get on his docket.
Ah, I see it. Would a good word from Father George get me a little higher priority, maybe?
Perhaps. It's quite. I could fetch him for you if you would like, sir.
Sure.
Love the music. As he stopped, sort of, please wait here, and he disappears. But before he does, he goes to and he gets his nail gun out and he nails down the chalice. But he disappears, and probably 5 minutes later, he comes back with this older fellow. When I say older, meaning about your ages, 30s or 40s or in that thereabouts. He, however, wears black and white, so he has like this black collar with a little white sort of square around the neck. He has black undergarments, but a white overshirt, sort of very blousy kind of looking thing. He also has his hand wrapped with these beads, with a little bit more of an ornate cross hanging out. This one looks to be made of silver and gold. As he sort of walks out and he smiles, he goes, "My child here says that you wish to have an audience with His Holiness the Archbishop. May I ask the nature of your request? I can certainly pass along a good word if need be."
Well, it's a kind of a political matter. We're kind of, I would say, people from another land that are trying to set up a. Well, I'm trying to think of the word myself personally. What was the word? We are visitors. We are.
Sultan look at his friend and it just doesn't help him. He doesn't even understand what he's trying to say.
When the Christian missionary sent out people to go to other lands to convert the people, what
Crusades.
A mission.
Missionaries?
That's it. That's the word I was trying to think.
We're trying to convert you to our God, basically.
So just so we're all aware, Deglin was immediately going to missionaries. Monkey was immediately, fuck it, we're going on a crusade. We're going to beat them into submission.
Well, it could be Inquisitions too. It could be Inquisitional. So
True story. That's about the same
the
time.
Inquisition. What I should be.
So yeah,
Just
so
want to
I
let
say-
everybody know where our players' mindsets are right from the get-go. So.
the crusade. We don't have
Hey.
enough people for that.
So he's sort of looking.
I was like,
And
and,
he's-
also, this is such a beautiful.
Yeah,
Kind of
Zymes is a beautiful, beautiful place to establish oneself.
And I was noticing that your alkalide's very well knowledgeable. I was very impressed with his ability to tell us
Let's see,
more
look.
about the
Is he-
I'd like to give you a donation. For the church, and I give him 10.
Oh, you are most generous. Holy cow, you are most generous, and I can assure you that it will be from my ears to His Holiness's, or my lips to His Holiness's ears. This evening when I have my audience with him, I assure you that I will get you an audience with him. You just are going to be required to fill out the official request at the courthouse so that you can get on His Holiness's docket. But I will ensure that that paperwork gets expedited and that you get on His Holiness's list as soon as possible.
Thank you so much, Father, and I really appreciate.
You are most welcome, my son. As he takes the coin, bites it, hands
Yeah.
it to his altar boy, who then disappears to put the coin wherever the coin is going to be put. Is there anything else that I might help you with?
Not really. That's all I really wanted to do is learn more about your church and find out if there was a way I could get to talk with the Archbishop himself. I was about to head down to the main courthouse, you said it was? And,
That is correct.
Get on the official docket.
Yes.
So, anybody there I should speak with directly?
No, just any of the clerks should be able to help you. They have separate windows when you first walk up to serve different lines of people. So,
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. I really
you are
appreciate
most
it.
welcome. Have a blessed day, my children. And he sort of does this little strange sign that looks like he's drawing a cross in the air upon you guys, and you feel strangely warm and comfy.
Warm and comfy. Ah,
Yes. As Siltal and Deglin are now under the effect of a bless spell for the rest of the day.
Ooh, I like that. So let's head down to the courthouse.
All right. In the meantime, anything else that Varys, oh my God, Monkey. Why can I never remember it? It's because he has two characters.
Okay,
and
I understand.
I always want to say either Tarikas while you're here or your other character while you're there. So it's just like,
Well, I
Right.
wanna after getting my measurements and stuff for the tailor here. I'll tell him I'll be back, tomorrow or soon. To
I
get the
will
food.
endeavor. We will begin straight away. I will endeavor to have your clothing by tomorrow evening, close of business. I cannot guarantee first in the day, but by close of business, we should be able to have something put together for you.
So I'm gonna save the looking at the horses. Hopefully, when we regroup with the party.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go visit Adam in his wine shop.
Okay. Again, it takes a little bit of time to a total of about an hour between the time that they did for fitting and measuring and all that good stuff. Measure twice, cut once type of a thing, and then asking directions and trying to figure out exactly where. But eventually, you guys do manage to find the shop that the guy spoke to, the Curious Courtier, and you can see that it's doesn't really have like an office. It's more like a shop, business shop. Doesn't look like it has any like your normal shop would have, where you walk in and there's people there that greet you. This is more like you step into an office, right? It's like walking into more of a warehouse type of an office. As you step in, there's this tall, lanky guy. He's got to be like 6'7", 6'6", 6'7", very lanky, Ichabod Crane-ish. As he sort of moves around and he sees you, and he stops, and he's got this big leather apron on. You could see that his boots are very worn. His clothing is very plain and simple. As he smiles, a big wide smile, it's like
I smile.
as he looks, he says, he goes, welcome to my shop. I am Adam Schlichtenstein. What may I do for you fine good people today?
I am looking to get a couple bottles of some of your finest brew.
Typically, my friend, I typically only deal in crates of 6, at least. But for you, I can see you are a good person, a shrewd man. Perhaps we can make a bargain for just 2 bottles. What is it specifically?
If the bishop has a particular brand or
he is very fond of the brandy. He is very fond of our brandy.
If one bottle of that, then, and
only one,
and a bottle of your Swedish red.
This can be done. So for the brandy, the single bottle, I can give you the best price of 50 gold coins. For the wine, I can give you half price, 50 gold coins.
You got any brass, monkey? monkey.
So 100 gold? 100 gold for the 2 bottles.
All right. I'll give him 100 gold.
As he looks, as you easily paid that, and he's like, you're sure there's nothing else that I can get for you, my friend? I have the best liquors and the wines. I even have ale for those who are upset.
You have a selling ale?
Yes. Oh, we have the best mead in the business. Very, very syrupy, and very foamy when you put it into the mug. Most people like it. For those that are enjoy a sweeter type of.
I'm a friend that's quite fond of mead. So,
sure, for you, because you were so willing to pay the most reasonable price of 100 gold. For 5 gold, I will give you a small gallon cask of my best mead.
I'll take that. A monkey hearing this.
Kill him?
Kill him? Yeah, kill him.
No. Hearing this. Hearing this. And this. And I hand him all the liquor in the hearing.
Squire monkey.
So for a total of 105.
Yep, I'm taking it off my feet.
So as he bids you good day, going back about his business. About 11:30 or so, as you guys are heading back, about 11:30 or so, you're coming through the center of the market, you see Deglin and Sotal exiting the courthouse.
Okay.
And Deglin, as you guys come out, you have gone in, and I'm just kind of fast forwarding this so you guys don't have to, role play all that. As you guys, you found the courthouse. and talking to the clerk, you filled out the requisite paperwork, dropping Father George's name, saying that he wanted to see the paperwork before it got through, etc. And you guys, as you're exiting, you come out and you see Zadkiel sort of lugging this like little barrel of something along with a couple other bottles in his hands, acting like a pack mule for Varys.
Yeah, mule. Yeah. and I say, I have a lead on some horses. And some other things.
Let's see, I already have a donkey.
And I bought you something to celebrate with later.
Yeah, and it looks like we're on the docket to see Archbishop. Imagine that.
Oh, I have something for him as well.
Outstanding.
So what do you guys think?
LeBeau's horsery or...
Yeah, so he was saying that the Lehubu, the town itself, brings their horses to sell in the market here in Zymes.
Yeah.
Right, so unless you wanted to head out and start walking down to Lehubu.
No, I want he'll find their market or their shop.
Okay. All right.
Or their,
all right.
pen or stable or whatever it is.
Yep. So as you guys search around, you eventually find near the barracks, there is a large, long stable. And in the stable, half of it during the market day, half the stable is allotted to those who are selling steeds. And you see that there's probably a good dozen or so horses in the corral that are up for sale. Typical just riding horses, but they all appear to be well-bred, good stock, nothing like no old mares or swaybacks or anything like that, right? They all look to be prime riding horses.
Any Clydesdales?
No Clydesdales.
No.
Sorry.
Any war horses?
No, they're all riding horses.
That would be a Clydesdale.
Yep.
That would be a Clydesdale.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're all riding horses. And initial negotiations are the horses are 25 gold pieces each.
Does that come with saddle?
Nope, just a horse. You want that stuff, you're going to have to go to the trader and buy saddles and bits and bridles and stuff.
All right. Well, I think we all need to.
I should say they do have a harness on them so you can lead them around, but they don't have like bit bridle or saddles.
Is there stables we can put them in? Up at?
Yes. Yeah. The inn itself has its own little barn to have horses in.
Cool.
Yeah, great.
So let's go get some horses, and then we'll go get some tack, and then
let's say it from the Druids.
Can I summon my steed?
You don't want your steed trying to get here. It'll take millennia.
Well, that might draw out the Black Wizard and his little Inquisition.
Yeah, the Inquisition.
We're gonna deal with them soon, though.
Yeah. So 25 for each horse. I think everybody. I'll take the 25 out of the druids in the bag of holding.
10 gold pieces each.
So 35.
Saddle blanket if you want it. It's if you guys don't have the player's guide, you just tell me what you want and I'll tell you how much it is. But basically,
can I use a St. Cuthbert credit card?
No. So here's the cost of things. Saddles are 10 gold. Saddle bags, depending upon, are either 3 or 4 gold, depending upon what size you want. A saddle blanket's 3 silver pieces. Bit and bridle is 15 silver pieces. They already have a harness, so you don't have to worry about that. So altogether, if you were to get a saddle, a blanket, and the bit and bridle, it would be 10 gold and 18 silver pieces. And then if you want saddlebags, it'll be a little more. I don't know.
Let's just say 11 gold with saddlebags.
Yeah.
So then it'll be 36.
No, it'll be 10. If you want small saddlebags, they're 3 gold each. Right? So it's 10. 3. Yeah, so if you want large saddlebags, they're 4 gold. So it's 10 gold plus 4 gold to be 14 gold. Basically 15 gold if you want large saddlebags, 14 gold if you want small saddlebags.
I'll just go with 15 for mine, but
okay.
And I just think that
I'm sure he'd want large too because he has a lot of acorns.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So just take 15 gold for everybody, and that'll give everybody a horse, a saddle blanket, bit and bridle, and large saddlebags for 15 gold, plus 25 for the horse.
So 40.
Yeah. So 40 gold altogether.
40 gold altogether for everything.
Okay.
Do we have that in the slush fund, or do we need to take it individually?
Let me look.
I mean, I have it.
We have 870 party gold, but Ronnie's got 17,000 himself, so I figured everybody would pay the...
What?
Yeah, you might as well just say it from the jury. He won't know the difference.
Okay, so it's got out of his there. All right, so we all got horses. And barred and tack.
Yep.
So let's take them back to the inn, pay for another night.
Yep.
And also for the boarding of the horses.
Okay. By the way, I did not see him before, but Jay's in the house, or at least he was in the house. He might not be in the house anymore, but he poked his head in. Everybody waved to Lord Kazumba because he has an ego like that, and he wants everybody to acknowledge him. So, hey, Jay. Everybody
Hail
wave.
to the Kazumba!
Appreciate you swinging by, Jay. If you're not here anymore, then okay. But if you're here, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. So, make sure that, make sure that you guys get over there to check Jay's channel. He's always streaming stuff, though. He's like a maniac. I don't think I could keep up with the schedule that he's got. So that being said, everything's purchased. You guys have your stuff stabled. It is a silver piece additional per night, per horse, per stabling.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys can track that. So the horses have been stabled. It is now post afternoon, so it's about 2 p.m, give or take. As all of this finagling, purchasing, getting the horses back and stuff is taking y'all a couple hours. By the time you get back to the inn, the early bird inn, there is actually, the bartender flags you guys over, and he has a piece of parchment with a wax seal stamped on it, and he sort of waves. He goes, excuse me, my friends, this has come for you. Just this minute, not even 5 minutes ago, you just missed a courier. Apparently, you have some official correspondence from the office of His Holiness the Archbishop.
Ah.
Oh, it's my Holy Avenger. About time.
About time, yeah, all right. So go ahead and open that and read it and see what it says.
It's going to say, no Holy Avenger for you. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
It is an official acknowledgement that you have a meeting with His Holiness this evening at 7:30 p.m. Please be 15 minutes early to ensure that you can see His Holiness in a timely manner.
That. So, let's all get cleaned up.
Okay. Y'all
Do a
going to
little
get
spit
cleaned up.
polish on the armor and
Okay.
Put on my cologne.
oh, day paladin.
Are we going in our armored weapons?
I don't see why we shouldn't.
Okay.
He might say no weapons, but
Yeah.
they're not gonna really tell us to take our armor off. I don't think.
Well, we sporting some dollar bills. I might.
Well, I'm bringing. I have this fine brandy. I'm gonna give as a gift,
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Really good idea.
and I got you a barrel of mead
Oh, thank you. You're the bomb.
and me a bottle of wine.
It's not. It's a little 1-gallon casket.
Yeah.
That's going under my
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
It's got a big,
I
huge,
have me a
got a
bottle
big,
of
huge
wine.
honking baseball hat on it with a big, big keg sitting on the side of his head with those couple straws running down. I'm ready to
Yeah.
party.
Good thing here in my game, my Greyhawk game, he's a dwarf and he needs a barrel like strapped to his miniature's back. So we're gonna get him a barrel.
I'm gonna commission the local blacksmith to create a helmet to hold 2 barrels of barrels of whatever
I
with 2
have
straws coming out.
the local tailor making me some new clothes and have a few things that I want to tell the party when we're out of, in a more private area like
We'll go up to one
a
of them.
room. Yeah, one of the rooms.
Okay. So you guys go up to your rooms after your midday meal, reading through the notice. It's just official letter that says you have an official appointment with His Holiness the Archbishop, 7:30 p.m. Please be 15 minutes early. Yada yada yada.
It didn't say
in the
anything
meantime-
about no weapon.
No, didn't say anything like that.
Good.
I will let them know that he apparently rose to power, and so he's not probably from here because he was told that rumored to be practicing black magic before he rose to power and might still be doing so, and that his buddy, the Inquisition guy, is like his personal bodyguard. The other troops may or may not actually work for him and are just protecting the citizens and the mayor and the other government officials. So they might not be. He might not have a personal entourage. Don't know for sure on that. So we'll probably want to take note of that. Well, since we're going to be there for dinner or meeting or whatever we're having with him. And I bought the brandy as a gift to help make an impression so we don't look like, common outlanders.
Sure.
And, so that help, make things a little more at ease. I'll let you do the talking if you want, because my charisma is not the best. But,
Who's
you
got
know,
the best charisma? Because I don't. I got like
Kind
an
of.
11.
kind of paladin, but
Let's
But,
let Monkey do the talking.
No, that's a bad idea.
yeah,
We'll be in
yeah,
We'll be in a holy war before the end of the night.
yeah. But I really wanted to taint the brandy first, or thought about it, but I'm not going to.
Ah,
Leave it brand new, and I'll worry about other things if it comes to that.
yeah, let's just try to feel this guy
Yeah,
out tonight.
yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to feel it out, get information, see what kind of security that he has obvious, if any, that kind of stuff. And then, my clothes might take more than a day, but I paid for a rush but good job. So, if we have to stay in here or two, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
I think maybe I made an impression on the tailor and his wife. So I don't know if we want to do any more information gathering at some point.
If we
Anyway.
need it. Yeah, if
Yeah.
we need it.
Yeah, we'll find. Yeah, we don't want to arouse too much suspicion by asking too much either.
Right.
So,
Oh, I got a plan for tonight, so that'll at least tell us a little bit of information. The paladin, he can basically detect evil, right? So he can at least know.
Well,
if the evil.
certain types of evil.
yeah, yeah, he can't. He can
Well-
only detect like evil fiends or undead or whatever. He can't.
Not if a
detect
person.
Evil, yeah, that would require
All
a
right,
spell or an item.
I got that.
Which,
I got it covered. I dropped off?
Oh, Ross left the game.
Ah.
Oh, he's back.
There he goes. He just dropped out.
yeah, I had that.
Hit the wrong
I
thing?
accidentally updated this one.
Ah.
Okay. All right.
And but yeah, I'll let you yeah.
All right. Oh,
Yeah,
that
so-
at least gives us some information, and we'll find out some more.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys spend the rest of the day kind of getting yourselves cleaned up, prepping for this evening. The time comes, you guys depart for the Archbishop's offices, which are connected to the same offices of the clerk's office where you guys went to file your petition for an audience with His Holiness. You arrive at the appointed 15 minutes early, and you are immediately greeted by a clerk as well as 4 guards from the City Watch. They have a large wooden with iron-bound chest. As they open it, please, before you are going to see His Holiness, we must ask that you please put all of your weapons and attire in here. So any weapons that you guys have brought with you, they are asking for you to put them in the stated box for safekeeping.
Just weapons.
Yeah. And no
Okay.
clothes or no armor, nothing, just your weapons. So any weapons that you guys have brought with you go into the box.
All right.
I'll wait
Alright.
outside.
I'll wait outside. Yeah. If I start screaming, you come running.
Shall do.
As Siltal sort of fades back.
I have a question for you,
Mhm.
GM.
Yes, sir.
Ah, yes.
I wanna hide my dagger of venom on me.
Okay. Go ahead and
Before
give
we
me
come here.
a sleight of hand, please.
Pick pocket.
It's not in first edition. That's slide.
Yeah, it's not first
Sorry.
edition, though.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, like a pickpockets or
Yeah, I'm 100%.
Isn't your short sword also? Holy shit! He rolled a 1. Holy crap!
Yeah.
I don't tell you where you put it, but it's hidden.
So you guys watch as Varys surprisingly puts all of his weapons in there. Varys, however, you manage to secret your dagger of venom into your side, and it's sort of covered by your arm and your cloak so that the guards did not notice it. But you do have your dagger of venom, but no other weapons on you.
Okay.
And as the rest of you drop your gear in, Siltal staying outside to man the escape. You guys enter in to go visit His Holiness?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I was gonna ask also. Isn't his sword invisible too? Sword
No.
itself?
No.
Oh, I thought
No,
it
it's not. No. It's only invincible if I cheat it. So,
Ah, right.
I'm just
Okay.
sticking in there with the salmon. And,
But we can keep all our other gear, right? My holy symbol, my
Yeah, you
pouches
can
and
keep all
stuff?
that stuff. It's just weapons, right? So
Okay.
they're not trying to like strip you guys of anything. They're just saying, hey, you
Yep.
know, it's. And you guys are led through the various offices. Eventually, you arrive in His Holiness the Archbishop of town. He's an older-looking gentleman, white hair, you know, sort of more of a white goatee, very, very light blue eyes. As he steps from around his desk, and he greets you, he goes, "My friends, you are welcome. Please come to take the seat, and that we may discuss what it is that you wish to discuss."
I bow and I say, "Senior my lord," and I offer
Oh wow.
the brandy, bottle of brandy that I brought him
Oh, there it is.
for your honored lordship.
He goes, "Please take a seat at one of these tables and join me." As he looks, he goes, "You, my friend, are a very astute and very, very shrewd negotiator to open with such a gift, and I feel humbly embarrassed that I do not have something similar to offer you in return. But I shall take this as a sign of your good faith." And he pops the cork and fills several little glasses for each of you. As he, "So, to new acquaintances." And he takes a sip and goes, "You got this from Adam, I can tell. It is the best in the town. Yes? Tell me I am
Yes.
wrong."
No, you are not wrong, my lord.
So,
I figured it would be best to, make things good.
then, tell me please, why is it
Fine,
that you wish to
fine,
have an audience with
enough.
me?
Fine taste in liquor. As I sip on the brandy.
Is there anybody else in here?
No. So, outside the door, there are 2 guards. But inside here, you don't see anybody else.
Okay. Well, we are here as missionaries from a land called Greyhawk, and
He sort of leans intently, sort of listening to what you have to say.
I'm just gonna kind of not really blurt it out, but just kind of lay it out flat, just a matter of fact, no inflection really.
Okay.
Just that we're on a quest of sorts to identify some items, and I'm thinking that we were told that you might possess one of these items.
What could I possess that could help the holy quest of such great men as yourselves?
Well, it's called, and I read it off. What's the thing? It says potion of time something.
Potion of time? Yeah, it's I think it's potion of
Oh,
time
you're
travel.
you're going right out. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going right at it. Potion of time travel.
Yep. And so if you look at the journal, it is a potion time travel. You are correct. As he looks and as he sort of squints a little bit, as I am sorry that you have come from your land of Greyhawk, whatever that may be, all of this way for something that does not exist and I do not possess. I am afraid you have been mistaken, my friends, or I do not have, nor have I heard of this potion of time travel. Surely travel through time is a art as black as the black can be, and these arts, as I should be aware, have been outlawed in Averone for many years now. Ever since the D'Amberville family tried to destroy us all with their arcane arts they have been outlawed, and so I assure you that I possess no such arcane abilities.
I
Or
step
devices.
forward
Mhm.
and politely interrupt.
Okay.
As I'm stepping forward, I kind of, under my breath, ventriloquism of a. And
Didn't hear a word you said.
say, I say, well, perhaps, good sir, you may have known this potion. You may not have known of this potion, but perhaps you know it of another name. I am Zadkiel, the righteous, and I feel your heart is true in your words. Please, are there any other elixirs that you might have been called differently with the same power that my companions are expressing in this potion of time travel? And then I back away.
As he kind of looks at you, cocks his head a little, looks around to the rest of you. Perhaps my friend did not quite understand as I was speaking that magic of any sort has been outlawed. And so, no, a potion by any other name is still a potion. And that is illegal. And of course, I, the one to help enforce these matters, would be foolish to have such things in my present.
I take my cloak and cover my sword.
You don't have a sword.
We had to put it in a box before he came up.
All weapons were placed in a locked box before you guys came in.
Oh, well, I meant my other sword.
Yeah.
Oh, that sword.
The one that you didn't put in the box, Mr. Paladin.
No, okay. I don't remember.
One the gods gifted him.
It's my I keep telling you, it shows up at the weirdest times.
Okay, go ahead, dude.
Okay, I look around and I make a show of it, looking around, and we're alone here, correct?
Anyone here?
Yes,
I
of
asked
course.
that to him.
Someone do you wish to add to this? Do we, as a friend, do you wish to us to bring in?
No, I just wanted to be frank with you, and you can be frank with us. We're looking for this particular thing, and I believe that we can, maybe make a deal. And at the same time, I'm gonna do something. Detect. Detect alignment or no alignment.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast that.
Oh, wow. I get ready to pull the dagger.
Okay.
Hold it, swing on.
Incantation to no alignment. I need you to roll initiative.
Just me, or
Yep. Just you. Well, I should have said what's your where is it?
What's your sign?
Yeah, here's your sign. Oh, sorry, I was just had for some reason my. There we go. All right, as we. Something that's bugging me that I have to fix.
Feel
All
we're
right.
about to fight, fellas.
I'm going to end combat here really quick. And I'm going to reset combat. All right. So you are casting. And after you begin to cast it, suddenly his hand sort of flies up and
On his or mine? Mine's 1 round.
Reminds me of the game Gauntlet. Warrior's about to die.
Take a look and see what the casting time. I think yours might go off first, even though he got the initiative. He only beat you by 1 segment, so I think that yours is going to go off first. But that's okay. I need to look up his spell really quick. I apologize because I thought it had the casting time in it, but it doesn't. So I'm going to have to look it up here real quick. Yeah, his casting time is 4 segments. Yours is around. So his is going to go off first. I need Deglin to give me a saving throw versus spells. And as you do that, he sort of stands up and pushes back and steps back a couple of feet as he waves his hand at you. Deglin, as you succeed, you guys watch as the Archbishop sort of stands up and he calls out and he twists his hands, and Deglin, you feel your body begin to twist and shape itself as if he's trying to twist and shape you into something else. But you manage to fight it off, and as your no alignment spell goes off, you find an alignment on him that is like neutral evil. So he's not like super bad evil, but he is definitely not on the good side. As he sort of slides over and he goes, "Stand back or I will destroy you all. You get out of here now, or I will have you arrested and thrown in the stockade for practitioners of evil magic."
And if you're not the same, you're just cast a spell on me, and you think I don't know the feeling of
I have
arcane
no
spells?
idea. You have no proof. Whose word are
We
they
have
going to
5
believe, me or
witnesses
you?
right here.
Who are they going to believe, me or you and your friends?
I would like to run
As he-
up and stab
As,
him.
as he calls out,
I will stab this mother.
We do not need to fight. We can actually work this out in fair trade.
You can die here too.
as
If
he,
you don't want to cooperate.
let's see.
I'm gonna stick my foot out front of the door.
Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. As he calls out the guards kind of come in. He goes, "Wait! Stand down. Close the door behind you." As he looks at you, he goes,
I follow, I guess. Where's?
"No, you're outside still."
Oh,
you're-
okay. I mean,
you-
I'm not near the guard. Oh,
No, you said you're staying outside, so you stayed outside, and they brought them
I
into the
misunderstood.
offices. They brought them
Okay.
into the offices while you stayed
yeah,
outside.
but you said he's calling the guard outside.
Well, he did call the guard, but the guards are outside his door to his office, which is deep inside the building.
Outside.
Ah, okay.
You're like all the way out.
All right, so Deglin, what's your charisma bonus? Anything?
Nothing. It's an 11.
Oh, but I have. Can I
Uh,
interact?
Selected. Yeah. So I want to go with the charisma score.
Oh, my charisma, man. I got a lot of charisma.
Come on, dude.
17.
Yeah,
Oh,
17.
shit.
So what's the reaction adjustment for yours? Is it like
Plus
like
35%.
plus 35? All right, cool. So that's 85 or less.
And I can
Normally
have
it's
10 henchmen. Can I get
Yeah, I'm
the 2
not-
guardsmen?
No. All right. As he sort of slowly has his hand up, as he kind of slowly moves away, as Varys goes to move up, he sort of slides away slightly. He goes, "I would recommend that you get back, my friend."
I
Tell your
recommend
friend.
you cooperate,
Tell your friend to get back to the table. I will destroy you all where you stand.
and you will die where you stand.
I recommend you have your friend get back to the table. If you wish to continue to discuss this, you will get back to the table with your friends.
This blade is going in you if you don't cooperate. We gave you your chance. You
Come
chose,
forward.
you chose to call your guard and then threaten us. Now,
Forward
either
intervene.
cooperate or die.
Told you, if you wish to discuss, that is fine. Nobody wishes to die here. If you wish to die with me, so be it. But I recommend that if you wish to continue
No.
this discussion, that
The
you step back to your table.
Dagger points a little harder into the side. This goes in you if you do not cooperate immediately.
I come
We're
forward.
not playing this game.
As he gains initiative for the second round. Deglin actions.
I will be casting a
Spell. All right. Session note. There they are. All right. So, Deglin spell. Baron is going to cast a spell. Satal's outside. Ronnie is going to. I think he's just going to try his sling for now. We know Varus is going to attack with his blade.
Yeah, and put lethal poison in him.
And Zadkiel actions.
So I don't have any weapons.
Nope.
Okay, well, I'm gonna punch him in the throat so he can't talk.
I forgot.
Yes.
Ronnie's going to have to do a spell because he doesn't have weapons either. All right.
Plenty of evil here.
All right. All right. As he goes and his spell, as he steps over and you follow him, refusing to give, he launches his next spell. I need Varus. I need you to give me a saving throw versus spells, please.
I have my shield.
Saving throw versus
Mine's
spells.
at 11, so I'll use 2 of my +4
Okay.
to make it 11.
That's will put you down to +2. So if you made your save, so that means it is half damage. Die 6 per caster level. As you guys watch, and sort of lights up in this bluish flickering light, just as a lightning bolt comes flashing off his fingertips. 49 hit points of damage divided by 2 gives you 24 hit points of damage from the lightning bolt.
I'm not going to have any problem giving him this lethal poison.
All right. And with the loud explosion of lightning blasting through the plaster and wood walls of his office, you hear shouts and screams coming from the remainder of the building as somebody's crying out in pain from the lightning bolt that went blasting through the wall.
Oh, well, yeah. I killed some servants. Alright. That's 20. That's Sam. Give him lethal poison. I hear venom.
Roll your damage.
Yep. That is immense size, so it's not them. Oh. You want me to double the damage dice?
Just roll your regular damage, and then it's max damage for the crit part. So
Yeah.
Oh, we're under a. Oh, some
What's
of
that?
us are under a bless. Me and
yeah,
Satal are.
yeah. So what's your backstab damage? That's the dice damage, right? Or is that backstab damage?
That's the best damage.
All right, so it's 9 and then 16 because it's max. Well, 17 really.
It rolled well. But
Yep. So it's
there's some
25.
poison in that.
Yep.
There's some poison in that.
Yep. Exactly. Now he has to roll his saving throw versus poison. So I don't think it's got the right numbers on it. Let me double check. I think this is because I just copied from somebody else. He is a magic user. This is poison. Yeah.
No, this is I was gonna use one of the double-headed snake poison.
Yeah.
Some fun place in the jungle.
As he fails, as he's like, ah! And he sort of grabs at his throat. And he drops down dead on the floor.
And I
Yeah. All right.
As you guys hear, there's banging on the door as you hear shouts and screams coming from outside. The door bursts open and guards begin to flood into the room. They've killed His Holiness! Seize them!
he attacked me.
No, he collapsed. He had a heart attack. We're helping him.
Yep.
And we are going to end this round of combat, and we are going to end our first half of our session tonight as we we come back at the end of our break to see exactly what our party is going to do to extricate themselves from
Where's the chest with their weapons? We saw them.
the guards had it at the front of the building when you guys first came in, so you don't know where they took it to.
Alright.
So, but we will be back in a minute, or two, or who knows, maybe an hour. We'll figure out how long it's going to be.
We'll all grab the sword's hilt. We'll all be invisible.
Time and money by delivering fresh groceries at great prices.
Take a quick 15 minutes. I appreciate everybody that's hanging out with us to kind of figure out what we're going to be doing, or should say, I mean, everybody hanging out to figure out what's going to happen to our party as we come back. Yeah, at least it can't get any worse.
Wow, all that way to go! All that work for the horse, and didn't even get to use it.
Yep, exactly. So we will be back, as I said, in a few minutes. Give ourselves time to get set up for the next round of combat, whatever that may be, as a plethora of guards are now coming to arrest our party. We hope you'll be back as we return. Like I said, 15 minutes, so that puts us at about 5 after the hour. So hopefully we'll be able to extricate our party from this. Don't know, things are looking kind of grim. We'll be back shortly.
At Sonny's Barbecue, we're getting up extra early and firing up all the smokers. Because with a rib deal this good, we gotta have plenty of racks at the ready. Come get St. Louis ribs, either sweet and smoky or dry rubbed, with 2 sides and bread for just $15.99. Or dine in and make it all you can eat for just $5 more. But hurry, this deal won't last. Come get your rib fix today at Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since '68.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, perfect for seeing Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, presented by Capital One. Oh, I do love her. Earn 5 times miles on flights and 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel.
Enjoy your stay in Suite 13.
Whoa, 13? That's Taylor's lucky number. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
And we are back. It's kind of weird. Hang on just a second. Why is this kind of bizarre here? Oh, I know why. Welcome back, everybody. For those that have been watching, I'm just trying to get this set up for our next little bit. Do that, and there we go. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So, where were we? Oh, yeah. Varus knocking people off. Varus knocking people off. So,
Can I go ahead and use the time travel to go back like 10 seconds?
All right. We're about here all kinds of weapons. And I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
Yep, I'm going to do a couple things here just so we have a little bit of light so we can go here.
Maybe we can do some choreography where we can punch and toss the sword to the person's whoever its attack turn is.
Well, I mean, all you gotta do is take one or two down, and then you have a sword or two, and then you can. Yeah. I mean, that's what fireball's for, man. Light them up.
I think that's
I wonder if we can use the dead caster as a you make him use his spells before he's actually dead. Maybe he's at -9.
Yeah. Just putting a couple torches on the wall so at least we get a little bit of light where it's streaming, yada yada.
I thought it was those were the fireball explosion areas where they're going to cast at us.
It's a little bit intense, but I guess it'll do fine. I don't know why it's not on this map here. It's not showing the way it should. Because there's a gap that right here, there is a hole in the wall leading out into the offices outside. And you can see soldiers running past, nobody paying attention to the big gaping hole. They're all running north toward the door.
Perhaps we should put a brick in it.
Here's the one that lightning bolt the hole in the wall.
Yeah, I know. So again, it's showing the wall.
I can get out.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why it's not showing the hole in the wall here. And it's, there we go. It should be a hole in the wall right here. And then I've got the gap here, but it's just not for whatever reason. But we'll go ahead and do that. Again, I don't know why it's not. Give me a second. I'm going to move Deglin through here really. Well, not Deglin, but Varus, move you through here really quick. Yeah, see? Now it shows. Now it shows. But again, I don't know why it's not. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden went dark again. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused, but that's okay. All right. So as we left our party, unable to come to an agreement with the head bishop, as a dark, we got into a little bit of a scuffle, a kerfuffle, as some may call it. And Varus ended up backstabbing with a poison dagger, poisoning His Holiness, who has died on the spot as he drops to the floor dead, as he had released his lightning bolt, blasting through the walls, raising the alarm. As troops now become pouring in through the door, you see the... What's that?
Lightning bolt me, man.
Yeah. As two guards come rushing through the door to the north, you can also see guards running down the hallway outside the hole that he blasted as they're all sort of in a half state of confusion running up to the north, trying to figure out, to get into the office. And that is where we are going to pick up. See if I can do this. And put everybody there. Take that off. And we will remove said combatant. And right now, Satal is not there either. All right. We are going to go into a rather sticky situation here, folks. So here's where we're at as the entire mini group of soldiers that are staying within the courthouse building, if you will. They all come running. There are numerous numbers of soldiers as they go running. Satal, you hear a loud crash come from inside the building, and you watch as the guards who were at the entry immediately go rushing into the central offices to try to figure out what's going on. And you hear shouts and screams to the tune of the words murder, capture, kill, etc., etc. And so, but you are outside
I
when you hear all of
them
this.
when they run in. I try to shadow them.
Okay. Give me a hide in shadow to see if you can follow them without somebody noticing or trying to. All right. Easily, you manage to sort of slip in, and you see that the guards are running into the central part of the building, and you begin to follow them. And as you see, there are a couple of dozen guards rushing in that direction. And in the meantime, let us kick this off. I need to know. We're going to go from the top of the order here. Deglin, actions?
I am going to do two things. I want to yell out something, and I'm going to prepare a spell.
Okay. Baron, to prepare a spell. Satal, you're just going to shadow the troops as they go in?
Yeah, until I see what's happening. I don't want to murder anyone.
All right. Actions?
I'm going to use the dead man as a meat shield.
Okay.
And when one and I'm gonna wait till a troop gets near my friends here, and then backstab him with my other dose of poison, and
Okay.
then fire a sword, and then I'm gonna use my bracelet of disguise and make myself look like a hurry. So I
Dead
can
kill.
go get her stuff.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to do, to be honest with you, because
You got a whole table, man. Right here.
well, I don't know if I would have been within killing this guy, but
So
I'm conflicted with my character's actions. So I think what I would do is I guess I would try to confront the guys here.
Okay.
And explain using the charisma.
Okay.
That something went awry here with their leader, and we've somehow gave them the freedoms they need. I'm gonna just try to placate this as best I can.
So you're gonna try to you're gonna try to fast talk your way out of it.
Well, I mean,
it's completely plausible, right? Completely plausible.
Well, but you're saying I can't detect evil, so I don't know, and I don't know what his name shared his alignment with us, so I don't know how to.
No, he would not have.
I'm just gonna
really
approach
have
him.
time.
I'm gonna say stop. Is what I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say stop.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
As we begin our combat. as the soldiers bursting through sort of get the first jump. So Zadkiel, you're not quite there yet. And I'm going to put, you are hiding in shadows down here, Sultal. So let me put some light down here. That way it's nice and bright. As there are lights burning in the or torches and lanterns and stuff sort of building in there. All right. You watch as the first guy to come through, you see he's wearing some sort of regalia that gives him some sort of a rank and station. As he comes in, he has a sword. The guy behind him has a pike. As he sort of comes in and points his hands to you and says, "You, on your knees. The rest of you, on your knees." I am going to give Zadkiel an attempt to diffuse what is coming with whatever it is that he wants to say, to see if he can convince the soldiers as they come pouring into the room.
Okay. As I approach that leader, I'm gonna need my party to harmonize. Oh. Is it our turn, or do I have to wait? Or
No, like I said, I'm letting you. It's okay. All their soldiers' turns, as they all begin to sort of move in your direction.
Yes.
But I'm letting you sort of act right now with whatever it is you're going to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, halt, stop. No need for any bloodshed here.
Nobody, hang on, really quick. Don't type in the chat, because when you type in the chat, it moves the screen to where your character token is, and it completely pulls everything off the map. So just, if you got to say something, just say it or put it in Discord, but don't type it in the game chat, because it keeps zooming in on your character token. So yeah, right now you're like right down here, Sotal. I don't know why you can't see the map itself. Should be set up with the, you might have to refresh.
Okay.
I'm also going to do one more thing. I'm going to put some more light tokens in. That might be why. I don't know why it's showing black on this.
Can you just turn daylight on?
It didn't
Well, I
work
can, but I don't. I was just trying to keep it so that if I do, then it takes away the walls, right? So
Okay.
I don't know why it's. That's what I was trying to do before. I was just trying to say, hey, open up the map so it doesn't hide anything. But when I do that, if I go and I take off token vision or fog, let's do about fog exploration. Let's see what that does. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for the map. What if I do?
There's some walls. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why
Oh, that's a corridor. Oh.
Yep. So all right, now that everything's been seen, I'll just put Sultal back to where he was. And he's down here hiding in shadow, following these guys as everybody's sort of running that way. So there's a hallway down there that you can see, and then around the corner. So all right. Anyway, I apologize out there in TV land as we get ourselves situated. As this sergeant or whoever he is comes in telling you to stand to stand down, Zadkiel, what do you do? As I said, I'll give you actions in order to try to kind of diffuse this until such a time as everybody's going to come in and slap the cuffs on you.
Yeah. I say, halt, stop. There is no more need for bloodshed. There has been just a misunderstanding here.
Misunderstanding? You have killed the High Bishop.
No. Look at me. I am a man of good ill. I am a follower of Saint Cuthbert, the righteous. Sorry. Zadkiel the Righteous is my name, and we were only here to discuss things when your master attacked us for no good purposes, using illegal magic on our companions. After we tried to reason with him, he struck at us, and we only did what any free man would do, and that is to defend oneself. And we were not here to come as aggressors. As you could see, we gave up our weapons willingly. If we were to be aggressors to this establishment, we would have charged in with more men, obviously, but we don't work that way. Yes, we are foreigners to your land, and we made it here to your leader's abode here to reason with him. He obviously had good judgment, but made a hasty decision to attack us for no good reason. Why are you surrounding us? I've just explained the meaning, because we will not be dogs and be taken.
As he sort of stops,
I'm pointing the hole in the wall he made.
As the sergeant sort of stops and he puts his hand up to men. Hold! Take them all to my quarters. We will get the captain and we'll get Father George to discuss what has transpired. We will get to the bottom of this. And all of these soldiers sort of come around you guys, all of them lowering. They all have mostly like pikes and halberd-like weapons, ranged weapons, spears, etc. As they all sort of begin piling and pointing you guys and going to escort you out of this office and take you somewhere else in the building. Do we comply, or are we going to try to run? Because the hole that he put in the wall is big enough for you to get through if you wanted to take off, Varys.
I'm gonna run through the hole.
Okay.
How tall is this? The first floor or second floor?
You guys are on the first floor.
I'm gonna activate the bracelet and turn into a guard.
Okay.
And so he'll through the hole.
All right. You go through the door. Give me, if you would, give me a hide and shadow, please.
Oh, I can do that.
All right.
Made it.
Yep, your hide and shadow. What is your hide and shadow score?
It's 78.
70. Okay. Yep. All right. As you get in and your disguise sort of melds over you, give me not you, Sultal. Give me a man, I don't know which one this would be. Give me a hear noise. Give me a hear noise check, please, Sultal.
If I see him, I was gonna.
I can't hear shit.
Nope. So, well, it was kind of a it's a misnomer, really, because I was just checking to see if you noted that Varys had come out of the opening and then suddenly turned into a guard. However, as you come out, Varys, you see Sultal sort of slinking along the wall, following the guards up into the chamber. As all of these guards begin to file in, suddenly the sergeant suddenly lowers his or draws his blade and points toward you, Zadkiel, asking, "If you are so innocent, my friend, why did your comrade just escape out the door? Or escape out the hole in the wall?"
What comrade?
"I do not know. The one that was there standing next to the body of His Holiness."
I turn around and look.
You see that Varys is gone, and the other two guards are there checking the status of the Archbishop.
Was he invisible the whole time?
No, he was not invisible. He was standing there, and then when you turned to talk to the
I
guard,
mean, like coming in, was he invisible?
no, he was not. He was never invisible.
Okay,
You all right,
that
bud?
is a good. And I go. That is a good question. As I say in disappointment.
So he lowers his blade. Search the compound for the one that has fled. You, the rest of you, you will come with me. We will get to the bottom of this with His Holiness. Are you guys going to go with them, or are you going to do the same as Ronnie is getting ready to turn into something.
I have to go with him. I'm just complied to go with him, so I'm going to go with him.
I probably will too, but he's not putting us in chains. He's just asking us to accompany.
Yes, he is telling you guys to accompany you. As of right now, there are no handcuffs. He sees the result of the blasted open, which Zadkiel has reasonably explained to him that somebody used illegal, illicit, arcane magic to do so. Whether or not it was you guys or the Archbishop is yet to be determined. And at this point right now, before I forget, I am going to give everybody a 2,000 experience point bonus. As Zadkiel, you get a 5,000 experience point bonus.
Wow.
As they begin to lead you guys away, Zadkiel, Varys, as you step out, you see the guards sort of rushing past, and you hear shouts coming again now from the north around the corner saying, "One of them's escaped! Sergeant says go find him! Search! Find the interlopers! Find the one who is dressed in the cloak!" And they all begin filing back out. Sultal, give me another hide in shadows, please. As you hear the shouts, you manage to blend into the walls, literally, as you sort of step back toward the hole, sort of half crouching in there, nobody noticing, as you're sort of in and amongst the debris, as the guards all come fleeing back your way. Varys,
I feel little. I don't move a centimeter when I get there.
Varys, you see probably 8 or 9 guards coming around the corner, heading in your direction, pointing back down. "Sergeant says find the one with the cloak. Let's go." As they obviously don't recognize you other than as being another soldier.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, follow along, but turn behind and disappear in the shadows, so I can follow them back to, like, the front of the.
Okay. Give me a hide in shadows check, please.
And I want to figure out where our gear is.
Okay. Give me a hide in shadow, please.
So I can get my sword.
All right. As you follow them around, they bring you around, or you follow, and you end up sort of getting back to the front. Not too many guards here, but you see several clerks and whatnot, and they're all like babbling away about assassinations, and His Holiness has been attacked, and interlopers that are just arrived in town not too long ago apparently got their way in and executed him. What are we going to do now? Who's going to run? Who's going to be the next archbishop? And yada yada yada. However, you do see that there is a closet-like door area that has a big, huge padlock sitting on it.
All right. How many guards are there?
There are none of the guards here right now. They're all searching for you guys.
And you'll see my I'm gonna go use my chime opening and just open the lock.
Okay.
I hope not have to miss one.
All right. Yeah, as nobody really seems to care. As you get over and ting, lock opens. Pulling the door, you can see that it's a weapons locker, and you can see several pikes and spears and whatnot sort of stuck in there. Most of them have been removed. There's like 3 or 4 left, but you can see the locked chest that you guys put your gear in.
I'm gonna just shut the door behind me.
Okay.
And lock it from the inside.
There's no way to lock it from the inside. It's got a padlock on the outside.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna shut it.
Okay.
And see about taking the lock to the chest.
Okay.
Need me to roll?
Oh yeah. Sorry, you're gonna pick the lock, open lock.
Yep.
You're not using the chime again, right? It's in it once a day.
No, not yet. I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
Made it.
All right. You quickly undo the lock, lifting the latch, lifting it up. Inside, you see your gear.
My terminal. I'm gonna strap my swords on and turn invisible and take the rest of the stuff with me.
All your friends' gear?
Well, I mean, it's weapons, so I'm gonna take at least Zankill and Jacqueline's, like their main weapons, like his wooden sword and Jacqueline's hammer or mace or whatever it is.
Yeah,
that way,
it's pretty decent. I would say you would be able to.
Yeah.
It's just the bulkiness of it, right? Is where
well,
it comes into play.
You know, I'm gonna be invisible, so I'm not like I'm gonna be walking around going, "Hey."
Yeah, I get you. Yep. All right. So right now we're just gonna put you down here, which is toward the front of the building.
Back and get the rest. Yep.
All right. So you grab some of the.
Yep, I have my stuff, and then grab whatever else I can take with me.
Okay.
Preferably Zankill and Jacqueline's weapons.
Yep. As you are, so the question is now: you've got the door closed, you're invisible, you've grabbed everybody's gear.
Well, actually, I'm invisible, but I still look like a guard because I'm in disguise.
Okay.
So I'm gonna carefully, listen, make sure there's no one outside, and then slip out, and then
give me a hear noise.
Sure.
See if you can hear anything that's close. You know there are people out there, but you don't know if there's any guards. So this is going to be determined if you hear. You hear no guards outside. You could still hear some people sort of talking. Some of the clerks and whatnot. Doesn't sound like they're close. Sounds like they're still back at their desks and whatnot, and the windows.
Anyway, but yeah, I'll step out.
All right, as you step out, and they give you sort of a curious eye, like, why was that guard searching for somebody in that room? And they look, and then they just sort of ignore you as they go back to their conversations.
Yep. And I'll walk away and then turn invisible.
Okay. All right. As you head back toward the offices, eventually you see that your friends, surrounded front and back by about a dozen guards total, being led down the hall to another area of the building.
All right, I'm gonna follow a little behind.
When they
and turn uninvisible, so I can walk along with the guards.
Okay.
And look like one of them.
Okay. All right, Sultal, you were saying?
So when they leave the room,
okay,
do they leave the body on the?
No, the 2 guards that were there grabbed his body to pick him up and carry him to wherever it is they're carrying him.
I'm gonna search the desk just to make sure.
Okay.
The potion is not there.
Okay. Give me a search check. Yeah, searching the desk, you don't find anything. Just mostly papers and writings and stuff like that, but nothing particular.
I'm gonna do detect magic.
Okay.
In the room.
All right. As you grip your sword, from inside somewhere in one of the drawers of the desk, there is a really sort of a glowing sensation, a feeling of strong magical energy, something that you have missed in your original search.
Well, I'm gonna try to locate what I missed.
All right, go ahead and give me another search check.
Maybe I can use the pommel of my sword to
Okay.
fill the empty space.
Go ahead and give me another search check.
Ah.
As you feel around, guided by the sword, you find a latch. You manage to release the latch, and it springs open a hidden compartment on the underside on the right-hand panel. It sort of... And inside, you can see what appears to be some sort of a glass vial. And that is the source of the energy.
I put it in my pocket.
Okay. Give me a...
Close the desk.
Give me a move silently and a hide in shadows check, please.
Oh, there's still people in the room?
They're not necessarily in the room,
Okay,
but there
okay.
are guards outside and people moving around. All right. Move silently and now hide in shadow. Hey.
Ooh.
As you
I'm gonna
as you are stepping away from the desk, a guard sort of pokes his head in the door and sees you and says, "Hey, you there! What are you doing?" And he comes working across the room in your direction as you are standing
I mean,
by.
can't you see there's a hole in the wall? And I like kick the door shut, from the desk. And I walk toward the...
Well, they didn't see you until you got right there by the wall, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
you made it from the desk as you were moving back toward the opening in the wall. The guard stepped through the door in the north up here. So there's a guard.
I'm like, are you serious? Like, didn't you hear what happened? Like, I heard it from like 3 blocks away. Someone casted a spell for sure, and I point the hole in the wall. What are you doing here? Where's the caster? Where's the mage?
Go ahead and give me a... actually,
12.
you have a... What is your reaction percentage bonus?
Oh my goodness. What is that reaction? Where do I see that?
Yeah.
Well,
I was gonna look it up. 12 is normal.
0%, 5%, something normal.
It's just normal. So 0.
Okay. All
Not
right.
till 13.
50, and you scored under 50. So
Nice.
he points and says, "Of here, this is official business. An investigation is underway. You will depart the vicinity immediately." And he points to another one of the guards. Escort this man outside.
I'm leaving, okay. But I hope you're not hiding any mage in here. And I follow the guards.
All right. And as you are sort of walking away, you see that your friends are being escorted into the interior again of the building, but the guard is escorting you toward the front door.
I'm gonna follow to the front door first.
All right.
But do
So
I see where they go? I try.
Yeah,
to
you
spot.
kind of see that they go to another wing, right? Where you guys originally came in, you went down, left, and then toward the back of the building. This time, as you come into the main entrance and you head toward the right, it's sort of the other half of the building. You see them go down the halls in that direction. You don't know exactly where because they go around a corner and out of sight. But Sad Kill, you are able to follow them. So they deposit you outside and they close the door behind you, and 2 guards take up station guarding the entry to make sure nobody else gets in or out as necessary.
My goal would be to go around the building and find other entrances. So that's it for me.
Yes, I too will hide in shadows.
Well, I'm following. I'm marching along with the escort, like one of the escort. So
Oh, there you go.
where
I am just going to do this just to get it because it's really irritating my eyes. Now I can go back to setting it how I originally wanted. I can go here. As you guys are now, except for you're going to take him out. And there are a few guards that are remaining inside. There are more guards outside. The sergeant is going to remain. It just so happens that Varys, you're one of the guards that manages to be right there at the door. So you're there guarding your friend. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, what did I do? Where'd he go? Did I inadvertently take you off the map?
Yep.
No, I know Varys isn't, but I'm wondering what I did with Sapal. Yeah. Oops. Let's put Sapal.
I have been deleted.
You've been deleted. Yes, that's what happens
Erased.
when you play. That's what happens when you play in the Matrix. All right, my apologies. Here. Come on.
I still see the map though. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to put you on the map. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Yes, sir. All right. So, as you guys are in another room, looking very similar to the room that you were originally in, it takes about a half an hour, 45 minutes, but eventually Father George arrives. And the sergeant leaves, leaving you guys alone with Father George. Although the sergeant is not happy about Father George. He comes in and he begins gesturing, and you realize that he is casting a spell of some sort.
Hey, quick question.
Mhm.
It's been less than an hour, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna check his alignment as well.
Okay. You can tell that he is definitely on the good side.
Outstanding.
As he begins casting, and he begins to whisper to you all, I know that black magic is outlawed. However, in times of crisis and need, we of the church are authorized by our state to use our arcane abilities as necessary. And so today we shall find the truth of what has happened here. And he casts a spell, and he looks first right at Zadkiel. Says, you, my friend, tell me, did you kill the Archbishop?
Who's the Archbishop, sir? You mean this dead fellow?
The dead fellow is the Archbishop, yes. Did you kill him? Did anyone that you know kill the Archbishop?
Do I know? Yes, he killed himself with his actions, and his actions brought upon death on his evil soul.
Do you know who physically struck the killing blow on our Archbishop?
I don't know if I witnessed it. Did I?
Yes, you would have witnessed it because you were looking right at him when Vera said,
Well, the lightning
give up or
bolt
die.
might have blinded everybody.
Well, yeah, he did lightning bolt you. The question was, do you know who killed the High Bishop? Do you know?
So he is dead.
He is dead.
I thought he might have been unconscious. Do I know who killed him?
Yes.
I do.
Do you know why your friend killed him?
Yes.
Why is it that your friend and comrade would see fit to slay our most High Bishop?
In the preservation of life.
Explain.
For your knowledge, when we came here in good faith, and our actions were to give up our weapons as we did, as that was that action should have alone showed our good faith of coming and trusting, having an audience with this bishop. I could not detect any wrongdoing to this fellow, and my companion went to see if my ability to detect his character, and the bishop took offense to that and casted a lightning bolt after declaring that my companion's spell was illegal, though he used an offensive spell to counter a utilitarian spell.
Are you aware or are you not aware that any and all magic, unless authorized by the state, is illegal?
Sir, we are new in your lands, and we were just informed that at this discussion.
So you knew...
That was after the fact. No, that was after the fact.
That is a lie.
That is not.
I can detect that you are lying. You are lying. Sometime before you have known.
I am not a liar.
Sometime.
My pants are not on fire.
As he looks over to Deglin, you, sir, were you aware that the use of any and all arcane abilities was strictly forbidden within the confines of our state?
I was aware that arcane was, but you did not say divine.
As he looks, I could understand where those who are new here might misinterpret that.
And then I go, the question was asked to me.
Yes, and now I asked your friend. Your friend
You declared me a liar with the same answer.
Well, I will say this. You were right there when you guys were told that there was no magic allowed in the town yesterday before you came in to see the Archbishop. You guys have known since you got here that magic of any kind is illegal and outlawed. So technically, yeah, Zadkiel did know. Monkey may have forgotten, but Zadkiel did know. So, but to your point, I mean, I'm not worried about that. I'm just making sure that was a valid point made by Deglin.
Oh, out of character. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. So, so you say that the Archbishop released a spell of lightning upon you?
He actually cast it at our party member who has since left because he was frightened that he would be blamed for defending himself.
The Archbishop. You claim that he had the ability...
Let me tell you what I let me tell you what I did. I cast a spell that was granted by my divine entity, and it allowed me to know his persuasion of good and evil. And I detected evil from him. You must know this.
As he looks and says, "You speak the truth. I shall bring this matter before the courts. You are to remain here until I return." And he departs. Varys, you watch as this priest, whoever he is, leaves. He looks to all of you and to the sergeant. "Ensure that they remain here until I return. I am bringing this matter before the courts, but it seems our archbishop was not all that he claimed to be." As he leaves, and he stops. "They are not to be harmed. We will allow the justice system to work as it should. There will be no vigilantism here, Sergeant." As the sergeant sort of agrees and nods. "Aye, sir. No harm will come to them."
Can I check the alignment of the sergeant of the guard?
Sure. What's the range on your...
I don't know. Let me go look.
Can I see if the bishop will...
10
What?
feet.
Yeah, you'd have to move up to do it.
If he'll let me without, without being offensive.
I want to see if I can get the bishop to stop for a minute.
Okay.
And ask him if he'll come back in. I have some things you should know, Father.
Sort of stops. "This can wait until I return, my son. I shall be back shortly." And he continues
Certainly,
walking.
Father.
As he continues walking,
Can we give him water?
Of course. If food, water, they are not to be treated any different than a normal guest in your home. The sergeant, doesn't really notice anything when you sort of do the detection on him, but you detect he's of good persuasion as well.
I'm gonna bring them some food and water.
Okay.
And slip them their weapons.
All right.
Hide it under our cloak.
Well, I just put it under the table or something.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a...
and I'm gonna
Varys, go ahead and...
and
Varys, give me a hide and shadow check, please.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's the other way around. I was thinking it was 94. Ooh.
No.
Yes, you managed to bring them some water. No food because there's no food available, but there are decanters of water. And as you get in there, you manage to slip them their weapons. And those of you that are by the table realize that it's Varys, who looks very much like one of the ones of the local guard, wearing the guard's uniforms, etc. As he sort of slips your gear underneath the table and takes his post once again outside your door.
Yep.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just keep pretending.
Okay.
Until we need to reveal things or find a way out or whatever. I'm gonna tell them I'm gonna mention that I saw Santal being escorted out of because we passed by where I saw him come out of the room, right?
Right. Correct.
So, I see we may or may not have found something. Yeah, don't know.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but he might have been caught.
Okay. So it takes, and as you're walking around outside Siltal, you do see that there is a side and a back entrance, but there are about a half a dozen guards everywhere around the doors, blocking entry into the doorways.
I don't want him my sword, and he turns him.
Yeah.
I'm,
Nope.
I
Nope,
know.
nope.
I know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sometimes.
I hear you. But it does take quite a while. Perhaps 3 hours go by or more before His Holiness, the Father George, he is not a bishop, he is just the father of the church, but he was the second in command when it came to the church itself. As he comes back in and says that I have presented my findings to the judge magistrate and to his lordship the mayor, and they are agreed. It is obvious that you are not lying. It is obvious that our archbishop was perhaps engaged in activities that are both illegal and immoral. However, that does not excuse the fact that you have come here and you have killed our high bishop. But your sentence has been commuted. You are to depart and never to return to our city again. You have 1 hour to acquire your gear, whatever it may be, and depart our city.
I believe your men took our weapons, so.
You shall have your gear returned to you. However, should you fail to execute this, we shall be forced under our laws to arrest you and hold a public trial and then execute those responsible for the death of the High Bishop. So it is your choice, my friends. We understand the situation you're in, but I have done the best that I can do to keep you from the hangman's noose.
Thank you, Father.
And you guys are once again led by the soldiers toward the front of the building.
They bring us our weapons and stuff?
As you get to the front of the building, they unlock a locker, and they look in and they go, I'm sorry, Father, but somebody has stolen their weapons. As you guys look in, and some of your weapons are missing. Zadkiel, your wooden sword is missing. Some other items are missing. Some other items are missing.
They got put in a bag of holding.
As they look and they say, here, this is the gear that we have remaining. Take your gear and go.
I was just going to say we go to the inn and grab our horses, attack, and that's my idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna just disappear and head out and then regroup with them back at the end.
So you guys get back to the inn. As you're heading back across, the rain begins to fall, promising a wet evening. You return to the Early Bird Inn. You retrieve your horses, retrieve your gear, and you exit Zymes, I'm assuming.
Well, I'm gonna go hit my clothes on people.
Okay.
You can come back.
Now you know it's invisible. Yeah.
Okay.
I did have one thing I wanted to tell the barkeep, or if that the guy that he was talking to, the tailor, Jack has been avenged.
Okay. Makes sense. You quickly go back to the store. It's like almost midnight, right? But you can see that there are lights burning in the workshop. although the office doors and the awning has been rolled up and the doors themselves are locked, you can see through the front into the back. In the back area, it appears to be workers are working back there, but the door itself is
no
locked.
worries. Well, I was gonna just come back like in the morning, turn invisible, walk to the shop and
Okay.
like come there and just pick up the clothes and head out.
All right.
Try
So,
and make a scene or anything.
leading you guys outside the city into the nearby woods, Ronnie finds a decent place for you guys to hole up a couple of miles down the road into the woods, fashions you guys an encampment that protects you from the rain, using his woodland lore knowledge and his spell ability. You guys are at least kept relatively dry as you sleep on through the night. And in the morning you awake. If you have not already done so, give yourself a long rest. You get 1 hit point back plus any constitution bonus if you need.
Spell.
But you get your spells back.
Can somebody heal me before we rest?
Yeah, I healed him that night. I'll cast
Okay.
a couple spells. Yeah.
Okay.
How far? You were down pretty
I had 24 points of damage from a.
Yeah. All right. So I'll put both my cure serious wounds on.
Okay. First one gives you 9.
Another one.
Come on, double ones. Damn. Second one gives you 5.
Almost.
We reroll ones anyway. All right, so you get a total of 14 back from the 2 cure serious.
Mm-hmm.
I hit you with my cure light wounds. 3 of those.
I only need 10 more. Alright.
So guys, while you were getting in trouble, I've got 2 things.
I mean,
I got the potions and that we're looking for, and I also learned the prayer from their God, the Holy Father. Would you like to hear it? It goes as Notre Père qui es aux cieux, que ton nom soit sanctifié et que ton règne vienne, que ta volonté soit faite sur la terre comme au ciel, and so on and so on. So I think I've never heard this before. I'm not sure where we are, but they don't pray the same God as we do.
well, yeah.
Yeah, we don't speak that parlez-vous around here.
I'll say it won't hit.
So, fast forward until about 10 o'clock in the morning when Varus returns with his new threads.
Oh, did you get all your hit points back or no? Because I still have.
Yeah, no, that healed me all up. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
And as we look at the road that we are on, we have 2 places to go.
We never
We can
got
go-
that.
Correct. There are 2 roads. You know that the road to the northwest goes to Perignon. And as you guys remember from the note, there is some guy by the name of Chaudonnier who owns a ring, and it is the ring that you guys are looking for from him. Or you can go north to Vion, and some individual by the name of Gaspard has a mirror of some kind. So we just have to elect which way we wish to go.
It's still to the ring.
Okay?
Yeah, the ring. Let's go to Perignon.
Yep.
Right. So, let's see. What do we say that
Yes,
was?
Zedkill comments as the camera zooms in. As it gets close to his,
75.
as the camera zooms into his profile.
So it's basically 3 days. Just going to roll through. There's 1,
And he says,
2.
he called me a liar. Dun 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 dun.
You guys. It gets to be late in the day as you guys are probably about not even maybe about 5 or 6 miles away. It's the night has begun to fall and it has gotten to be dark. And as you guys approach, you can see in the distance a little vale with a walled town of what you can only assume is Perignon. And as you approach, suddenly the sky is lit by this huge blood red light as what appears to be some kind of a comet goes streaking overhead. But what is most strange is that it's moving extremely, extremely slowly, bathing the entire land in this sort of this blood red light. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Ah.
I'd like to thank everybody for their participation tonight. And I want to thank Zadkiel for not being a hothead and jumping in and wanting to fist fight everybody.
And killing everyone.
Nothing like throwing a wrench into the DM's plans, but that's totally okay. It worked out well.
That wasn't my idea to kill the guy.
No. It was your idea to smooth talk your way out of it. And you were talking. And as soon as you started saying magic and hole in the wall, that's when that was the keys that I was looking for, that you're trying to tell them that he cast magic at you guys. And so that sort of put a stop on it. So that was how I gave you that bonus. So don't forget, everybody got 2,000 XP for that. And Zadkiel, you got 5,000 XP for that. So if you have not already added it to your sheet, please do so. I want to thank everybody. What's that?
10% applicable?
No, not for that, but for the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
When I give the next experience, that was just a bonus. That's not 10%.
Okay.
I will give you your normal experience tonight when I calculate up what I think you guys deserve. Negative 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever it ends up being for throwing wrenches in my plans.
We should do a poll to see if we should do a poll to see if the audience thinks that Kill should challenge Father Ted
in duel, the duel of the gods.
Duel in religious duel. Yeah,
there you go. But again, I just want to say how much I appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. I know that it's not a lot of action, but there was a little bit of action there at least. But I really, really appreciate you guys hanging off. Wanderer, thanks, man. I definitely appreciate it. Like I was saying, I wasn't expecting the monkey wrench thrown in there with the intense face-off, if you want to call it that, but it worked out well.
Yeah,
everybody played their characters. Everybody played their characters to their characters, right? So I had no doubt in my mind that it's the right thing to do. Whatever the party wants to do, man. I've told you guys over and over. I will point in a direction, but if you said that's not where we're going, then fine, that's not where we're going. But I appreciate the party.
I just know Varys is an assassin.
Well, I don't use
assassin.
Remember, I told him not to do that.
You did.
Well, I did speak, and my ultimate, my last resort would have been to pull out my weapon. And I've been. This is for fun. This is my gun, and this is for fun.
See you all this time.
All right. Good night.
Yep. So for those of you that want to hang out, we're going to here at the after party just for a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to figure out somebody that we want to raid. It's kind of bugging me. I don't know if there's anybody out there that's like really a Stream Deck wizard, but for some reason, all my buttons work except for like 2. So my shout out button doesn't work and my raider button doesn't work. So typically if I want to do a shout out, I click that button. It gives me a list of people. I hit it and it gives a shout out. Same thing for raiders. If somebody raids in, I can hit raiders. It'll give me the people that have raided and then I can select and say, hey, thanks for the raid. Otherwise I have to manually type it in with the Discord or the Twitch scripts like !SO for shout out and yada yada. But for whatever reason, those 2 buttons, I've uninstalled and reinstalled Bar Tools because that's what does it. I've taken out the buttons and putting the buttons back in. We're connected correctly. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's frustrating. But
might not be you. It might be, OBS or a
yeah, that's what I'm
connection.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It could be, right? I'm not 100% sure, but these buttons aren't necessarily for OBS. They are for Twitch, right? So like the shout out and the Raiders, that has nothing to do with OBS. That's as long as I'm connected to because I can go to the next one and I hit the raid. Now this will give me a list of everybody that I follow. Same set of tools, same exact thing. The only difference is instead of the viewers, it gives me a list of streams that I follow, and I can say, hey, I want to raid this particular stream, which again, as always, we're probably going to go out there and raid Darling. Is she even streaming?
She's not on.
Oh, she's not on. What? Guess we're going to have to find somebody else to stream. Who do we want to send over? We're probably going to go to Magic RPG just because there's a bunch of people. And then we can get some exposure. But for those folks that came in new, Wanderer, I know that I saw you over on Can of Fire Discord. Definitely appreciate you hooking up with us over here tonight and checking out the stream. Again, we are here every Monday night, 7:30 to 11 to 11:30 ish, depending upon how late we want to stream. I could have gone a little longer tonight, but I thought it came out perfect on where we ended. So 11 o'clock is a good time to end.
When he start a class action lawsuit against the D&D movie because I think they stole Zadkiel's image likeness for that paladin they had.
He was nice. He was nice and clean cut. He didn't have dreads. Man.
No, he had dreads.
Whatever, dude. I think you're lying. But I think we
what?
could.
Paul.
We are going to class action lawsuit. So. But Lando, we'll talk to you a little later. Again, if you haven't followed us, please do so. Support the stream any way you can. I do encourage you to go to the Greyhawk Creatives page. If you have not seen that, it's a Teams page. So if you go to twitch.tv/team or teams/Greyhawk Creatives, you check it out, or you just do a Google search for Twitch Greyhawk Creatives. It'll take you to our team page, and you can see a list of all the different folks that stream Greyhawk. It's run by Lord Kazumba, who created our team originally. Let's see. Just making sure I got all these. So I recommend that you guys go check them out. There's a lot of great Greyhawk content out there. As I said, this stream's first edition. Every other Friday we do 5th edition, which we play up in Perrinland. That is sort of it's kind of a mismatch between some non Greyhawkish published adventures and some other side adventures. Right now our party is working through and just gearing up into the next thread of the game. So the first kind of half of the game was they've destroyed this artifact, but now there's a lot of crap going on because of it. And so part of that is the Drow are coming back. Part of it is it looks like Igwilf might be coming back because all these things are starting to happen. But now the party is hot on the trail of one of their characters' aunts was a dwarf. She went missing, and so now they're going to find her. And the thread is going to carry them into the Yathill Mountains. And for those that are familiar with Greyhawk and the Yathill Mountains, you know, there's a couple of classic great adventures that are located in that region. So I'm hoping the party manages to find their way into the caverns of Judge Kanth and the Forgotten Temple of Therisden. So it's going to be an interesting if that happens. If not, there's a couple other adventures that they're going to be going on as well. But I encourage you, check them out. We have a great time. Like I said, that's 5th edition, but that's every other Friday. So we will be back next Monday for your streaming pleasure or displeasure, depending upon how you think our stream is. I think it's been pretty fun so far. But players, hopefully you guys can all be back. Galaxy, I know you didn't really get involved in much, but I'm glad you were at least able to make it toward the end. I was getting ready to drop a fireball. That was going to be your what you was going to do, man, because you had that shit ready to go. So but again, I appreciate everybody that was out there whether you're donating nat 1s and nat 20s to the party, whether you want to donate your hard-earned cash in the form of cheers, that's awesome, or you want to do subscriptions or whatever, that is completely awesome. I really, really do appreciate it. We don't ask for it. I don't necessarily need it. But it's great that I've got viewers out there that are willing to help us support, because everything that you guys give goes right back into the stream in the form of our hosting services, the content, some of the VTT maps that I get. I go out and I'll purchase some VTT maps that I need. Some of them, I won't lie, I rip from the internet just for like ad hoc. I need, like the office today, that his office that you guys were in, I just sort of ad hoc that off the internet. But a lot of times I'll go out and I'll look up adventures and stuff just because I want the maps, and I'll do a quick purchase or whatever. All of that is because of what you guys do for us on the stream. And so hopefully you're enticed enough to come back. So in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and raid. If you guys have not ever been over to a Magic RPG, it really is a great stream. Not sure what they're doing right now. Who knows? But we're gonna. Well, let's take a look. We can do that. What's Magic RPG doing over there? Oh, they're doing Vampire the Masquerade, so that's actually kind of cool. You want to do that, or do we want to do a D&D stream? I'll let players decide. You guys want to do a Vampire the
Let's do
Masquerade?
Vampire.
Wanna do
I used
Vampire
to
the
play that
Masquerade?
back in the day.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't ever played it, but I'm always up for a good horror story. So let's bounce over to them. If you guys haven't followed them, give them a follow, give them a look-see. They're definitely quality stream. Otherwise, I wouldn't be going over there, right? So in the meantime, just remember, in a world you can be anything you want. All we ask is that you be kind. We shall see if this works. Oh, look we go. Let's see how many we can get. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Hey, we're getting a few viewers over there. Everybody on the stream that's left on the stream is going. Thanks, folks. We'll see you next time. Peace. Of course they're on break.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right, man.
Long day tomorrow too. So, yeah, testing.
All right, dude. We'll see you guys next time, man.
Right.
I'm out.
All right.
All right,
Yeah,
later.